Hey everybody, it's David.
I'm Brenda.
OutsiderBubble.com, and you just happened to catch us at a truck stop, and that's why we're a little late. Sorry about that. We're just getting ourselves situated to pull out of here, and just took on some fuel.
Can I have my sunglasses, please?
Yes. Which set?
The ones next to the chair.
Oh, the ones you were wearing.
I can't get that down. There we go.
I just need to set this real quick. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, there you go.
Am I good?
Yeah, so we're, anyways, I'm David.
I'm Brenda.
We're from OutsiderBubble.com.
Loki's down there.
Loki's down here. You're riding along today in not today, whenever you ride along with us, you ride along with us, and yes, in a 2014 Tiffin Allegro bus, model 45LP. We are 45 feet long. We weigh 42,000 pounds for travel when we're loaded. We're pulling behind us an Illuma trailer, an 18-foot Illuma trailer that is got our Tesla Model X on it. Woo! And our Tesla Model X it's on an open tilt trailer. The trailer is a tilt trailer. I did the whole video on it. Look on YouTube for that. The tilt trailer is great, and the car, since it's an exposed trailer, the car is protected by PPF, paint protection film. And then on top of the PPF, in this particular case, we have CarPro Seacort's Finest Reserve ceramic coating. And that we have to give a big shout out to,
turn left at the stop sign.
Our friends in Dallas. Why am I losing my train of thought?
Nick's Custom Detailing.
Thank you, Nick's Custom Detailing. Sorry about that. If Nick's Custom Detailing isn't watching, I screwed up. What can I say? But anyways, the Seacort's Finest Reserve ceramic coating is on top of the paint protection film, so it makes it super slick and nothing sticks to it. And the guys at Nick's Custom Detailing did that work and corrected that work and made it be what it should be. So big shout out to them. Woo! Right? Woo! 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 Anyways, we're just trying to get back on the expressway here, and then we'll be back on the road. But
it's a heck of a turn here to
right
get
now,
on.
As it is now, we have another 5 hours of travel time. Probably it's going to be another 7 hours because it's a good travel day right now, and that's a tight turn.
Yeah, it is.
And so we're going to get as many miles as we can because we're trying to make our run back to Upstate New York, which is normally a 3-day drive from Burleson, Texas, which is where we're coming from. And
although we've done it in 2 for a family emergency, but
yeah,
we're just doing it in 3 this time.
As soon as Brenda gets back on the road, I'm going to get Loki's bed set back up and everything.
Yeah.
And
hello, cows.
Okay, so there's Loki, as you can see, and now we're back on the road, so I'm gonna go grab this. This is Loki's bed. It goes in front of our chair here, and he lays there. There you go, bud. Great. And, yeah, so...
And we're off.
We're off. We're finally making our way back to upstate New York after several days. More time than we thought because of the coronavirus. We should have left a lot earlier than this, and we were going to make a few more stops in a few different other places, but we didn't, all because of what's going on in the country. So, world, I should say, actually. So, yeah, we're finally heading back, and we're kind of glad, actually. This is going to sound strange, but we're kind of glad that we hung out in a blog post and a video on the paint protection film and the ceramic coating and why you want that. So in any case, that is something I would recommend and do recommend. So, any case, since we just got back on the road, we've been driving already since 8:30?
8:30.
Yeah, so, and it's 11 a.m., just after 11 a.m. Central Time here. I've been driving up until now. We just took on a full thing of fuel, so we're good to go. Rest of the day, I don't know how long we'll broadcast today, but because I've been driving for a while, I now need to use the restroom. So, you get to have the lovely Brenda.
Just remember to mute.
Mute, yes, mute the microphone.
Oh, and Love,
Yeah,
while you're back there, I don't know if you want to get him his breakfast or not.
okay.
Yeah, Loki's routine has kind of been a little upended because usually he gets us up around 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning to go out. So we take him out, one of us does, and then we're not big morning people, so we, when we come back, we go back to bed, and Loki goes back to bed. So this morning he got us up at about 6:30, and we stayed up and packed up the coach and everything. So okay. Feed him, within a certain amount of time, he gets sick or anything. Like our last German Shepherd did that. He'll get a scoop in the morning and a scoop at night, for breakfast and dinner, and sometimes he'll eat it all, sometimes he won't. I don't take it away at a certain point because sometimes he kind of self-regulates himself. If he's not hungry until, 12 or 1 in the afternoon and then he wants to eat, that's fine. It hasn't upset his schedule at all.
Okay, I'm back. Loki. Alexa, turn off coach outside. Okay, just realized the outside lights were still on underneath the coach.
Oh, yeah?
So, I have your water. You have my coffee. Good change off. There we go. And I'll grab the computer. How we doing? Everything good?
Yeah. You might want to grab my phone before you get too settled. I think I still have that app and the maps and everything running, so you'll either want to plug my phone in or you could just turn it all off and turn it off. Hey, buddy.
Hey, look, it tells us that David and Brenda are currently live.
I had the that Walmart on the maps, but then I changed it to the Loves, so now there's nothing programmed in there. But I've got it on my computer if you need be.
Okay, let me jump on and see what is going on in our live chat. I'll try to catch up here. As long as everything's working. Seems to be.
And we haven't been just talking to ourselves.
That's been known to happen.
Yes, it has.
Hopefully.
We are not professionals.
we don't do this for a living.
And it seems like we explain that all the time because inevitably something happens and goes wrong. We're human.
Yeah, we're human. Okay, so I want to say hello from Bolingbrook, Illinois. Michael Kidd was second. Hey, Michael. Hello. Let's see. Bonjour from Montreal, Canada, from Lewis. KT on the road. David goes to the bathroom and suddenly they got bad internet. I didn't realize you never. How are we liking your rig? We love our rig.
Been in it 6 years. Actually, we're going into our 7th, I think, aren't we? No,
Yeah.
14? Yeah. It's a 2014. Got it new. Oh, dog's passed out already.
I'm going to try to resync my internet connection real quick here just for the heck of it. So we might drop off for a second or so. So just... Okay, so we see what happens now, and but yeah, so we love our motor coach. We have going into our 7th year in this. Tiffin nor any other manufacturer has made a motor coach that we like floor plan wise better than this one. This coach is treating us very well. Currently driving, we're 42,000 pounds. We're 70 feet long, pulling our Tesla on a trailer behind us, which the Tesla itself is another 6,500 pounds. And we average right now about 7.3 miles to the gallon, so not that bad. Michael said, I don't know if it's Michael, it's Michel, so I guess it is.
E-L?
Yeah.
That's Michelle.
Michelle, okay. They said they got a Newmar. They just ordered a Newmar and was wondering if we had to buy a better mattress. No, we like the mattress that came with ours. Ours came with a
sleep number.
A sleep by number comfort air mattress. So we both can adjust the sides of our bed the way we like it. And we've had nothing but great results with that. We enjoy it. We did put a 3-inch memory foam topper on top of it, however, a cool gel foam topper.
We didn't like the feel of the mattress stitching and everything. It was real bumpy, and we just like the memory foam toppers. But our other coach, we changed out the mattress. We had a 2008 Gulfstream Tourmaster, and that mattress was just the cheapest, thinnest little mattress ever. And we bought a memory foam mattress, actually off of Amazon.
Greg is asking, how are we handling the pandemic? Just like everyone else. We actually feel we're safer than most. We're surely safer than anybody who lives in an apartment building.
Yeah, that's for sure. We don't share air ducts or hallways or elevators with other people.
We have great space between us and the next apartment, if you will. We're
camper.
What did you say?
Or camper.
Camper. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So if we're comparing it to an apartment building, our camper being an apartment, our coach, we got a great amount of airspace between us, which is better than living in an apartment building. Like Brenda said, not the hallways, no buttons, no stairwells, things like that. So we feel like the lifestyle we've chosen to live is actually the best lifestyle to be in right now for the most part.
Or a sticks and bricks house. That would be the same thing, basically.
Pamela, hello from Fort Pierce, Florida. Tina Mack, we're hunkering down. Let's see what.
Yeah, we have not gone anywhere. As we said, we've stayed at the North Texas Jellystone Park. We got in there early February, or mid-February, and then this whole thing started happening, and we just stayed there until today. And I've only been going out to the grocery store once every 3 weeks. So with this whole thing, I've only gone twice in the last year and a half to the grocery store. Out of the ground.
Oh, Loki still gets out. The good news is when you're at a campground, you have a lot of space. They just don't offer activities. Somebody mentioned here, Tina Mack says we're hunkering down in a closed campground in Pennsylvania. And that's the sad news. Some of these campgrounds, these states or these counties have closed down campgrounds without thinking about the aspect of when they think, people are going out camping, they're going out socializing. A lot of people like us aren't doing that. This is how we live. So we need those campgrounds to be able to be open in such situations.
Yeah, our thoughts are at least keep the campgrounds open for seasonal people or people who full-time and change of scenery. It's those people that, think that, they're
No, it's not. Xavier says, hello, my friends. Have a safe trip. Kisses from France. Oh, we got kisses. Pete Hall, hey, from Eastern North Carolina. Lewis Martin checking in. Yeah, internet, hey, we can't control the internet. Internet cutting in and out. Oh, I've done everything I can. I have 5 jetpacks running right now.
He started with 1, then he got up to 3, and now he's at 5.
I got 5 different 4G, actually 4 of them are AT&T, 1 is Verizon, but they're all currently running right now, trying to bring us the signal. So hopefully, it's working fine. And yeah, when you get into areas, you just can't help it. You get into bad, poor areas, and I do have, and I am boosting the signal the best I can. I have 3 WeBoost drive.
Be able to stay where you need to stay. You may have. We've come across way too many people that where their significant other doesn't know how to drive or refuses to because they're scared, and you can see, I mean, I'm not struggling. I've been driving these big rigs since 2008, and it's just like getting in the car now for me. And just like when you first started learning driving a car, or when you were a teenager, you were scared probably the first few times, but you took lessons and you got through it. You can take lessons driving this too. How I learned was once David got proficient in driving, he gave me some pointers. And then when we were in a familiar area on the highway, we went rest stop to rest stop. And I say a familiar area of the highway because you want to make sure that that rest stop is not 200 miles down the road. If you're comfortable, driving rest stop to rest stop, and it's 200 miles down the road, that might be too much for you the first time. Find one that's like 50 miles or 20 miles and start up slow. Start in a parking lot. Get used to the turning radius. But there's classes you can take too that help a lot of people. I'd ask the dog if that was right, but he's passed out sleeping.
Yeah, he's zonked at this point.
Yeah. He travels really well. He just sleeps basically the whole time. He gets up when we stop somewhere, and we take him out for a walk, and then comes right back in, falls asleep again. He does that in the car too. Even if we're going 20 minutes down the road, 2 minutes into the car ride, he's sleeping.
What do you use to video while driving? Pamela asks. Are you talking about this stream? If you're talking about how are we doing this, we're using a camera called a Mevo, M-E-V-O. It's a camera that's made just for live streaming, and that's its purpose. And so I then connect that. It connects to our motor coach Wi-Fi, and then that goes out through the jetpacks for cellular connection.
Yeah, what he said.
Brent says, first time I've been able to watch live. That's usually because you're at work or something. Now nobody's at work.
Although we have had people at work watch us. They put us in the little corner of their computer, put their earbuds in.
Hey, Terry, Terry Southern saying hi.
Oh, hi, Terry, Doug and Terry.
Hey, guys.
Just left today, so we'll be leaving Texas and heading to New York, arriving in New York on Wednesday, if all goes well.
Terry and
knock on wood.
And her husband Doug are some of our favorite neighbors we have when they've been our favorite neighbors in Arizona.
In Arizona, yeah.
And they're actually, so we have some good neighbors that are the places we stay at, and so anyways, hi. John, yes, I've seen UV lights that kill bacteria and stuff in the air. I used to use one. In fact, when we had a house, I had a high output UV light that was in our air duct chambers. So all the air, after it went by the air filters of our HVAC system, would then pass through this chamber that had UV light. that would kill anything in the air. So I've been using UV light for sanitation purposes, viruses and bacteria, for years and years.
Yeah, we put that in the house fairly soon after we moved in, and I think that was like 2004, I want to say.
Yoda says, glove up when you pump diesel. For one, we always glove up when you pump diesel, because the diesel pumps are normally disgusting.
Dirty, yeah.
But I have to say, we stopped at a Love's, and there was a guy out there. When a person left, his job was to go right over there, and he had a thing, and he would spray off and wipe off with a detergent liquid the pump.
That was nice.
And not just the pump itself, but the keypad and everything was wiped down. And I thought that was pretty good to see.
Yeah.
But I did wear gloves. And then even after that, when I came in, since I used my normal diesel gloves, I then grabbed some disinfecting wipes, which are right here, and I disinfected. Before I took my gloves off, I disinfected the gloves themselves and then took the gloves off.
Yeah.
Just in case. Robert says, I heard you haven't got all the kinks out of the newer electric rigs yet. Not sure what you mean by that.
We're an all-electric.
We're an all-electric coach.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a 2014, and we haven't had any Tesla. Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if you want to elaborate on that. Not sure what you're referring to.
KT on the road says, David, what's the situation with Southwoods? I assume there are some restrictions, but are they allowing full-timers? Yes. Southwoods is officially opening on May 1st.
They were actually deemed an essential business.
They do. If you go to southwoodsrvresort.com, southwoodsrvresort.com, there's a link right at the top telling you about basically their precautions and what they're doing and how things are going to work. Basically, there's no services. Don't expect the pool. Don't expect doing card games. Don't expect donuts on Saturday or Sunday or whatever.
Office is closed.
The
Laundry
office
is closed.
And, there's no services.
Laundry, bathhouse, they're all closed.
But they will deliver firewood to your site. You can sit out and have campfires.
Yeah.
You just don't want to do that, and they don't want people
visiting other people.
Yeah, that's the whole point of the distance thing.
And they're handing out, actually, I think, which is really smart. Not
5, 6 sites down, and they got kids, and then another one pulls in with kids, and then they get together, and then it's just like, are you kidding me? And then you're out walking the dog, and the kids run up to you. Oh, can I pet your dog? No. Haven't you been taught anything? Not only dog etiquette, but haven't you been taught anything about what's going on right now in this world? Oh my God.
Probably not. Yeah.
Seriously, people.
I think I've deemed myself the grumpy lady of the campground, because I'm the one not usually, but a lot of times walking Loki, and the kids will run up to us. Oh, can I pet your dog? And I'll be like, no, please stay back, but thank you for asking.
There's a new streaming mode. I'm going to try. I just realized there's a new streaming. I don't know if that's going to connect or not. Okay. So I just found out there's a new mode. Michael, if you're still out there, I just found out there's a new mode in Speedified called streaming mode. There's the regular Speedified mode, there's the redundant mode, and then there's a new streaming mode, which reads that it's going to always look to stream using your best connection and keep testing the connections. Kind of like redundant mode, but tries to switch over to the best outgoing connection for your outgoing stream. So I just turned that on. We'll see if that helps our connection here.
Or totally kills it.
Or totally kills it, yeah. KT, heard about the PepWave routers. Have heard about more PepWave routers more often in recent months. Have you looked at them yet? I use commercial grade Wi-Fi system in our coach, and I have my own concoction of how I connect to the internet. So the PepWave now too, but they charge in order to use that service. They charge you to use that service. So it's not something that I would have an interest in. Frank says, where are you guys driving from? Have you had any issues being stopped by police since COVID is going on? No.
We just left this morning. We've only been driving for 3 hours. I did see a sign because we're getting towards the Arkansas border from Texas on I-30 East. And I did see a sign that says, Louisiana residents, you must self-quarantine. So if you're traveling from Louisiana, but that was just a sign. I've seen on Facebook and stuff, there's been people reporting that, you know, there's traffic stops and stuff, but we haven't come across any yet, but we just started traveling today, so.
Okay, so we lost the stream altogether. Which was kind of weird, so I don't know why that was, but we'll see now if it stays up. We must be in a bad area of I don't recall this not being a good area to be in or not.
I don't recall.
So hopefully we are streaming again without any issues. Looks like we are. Rob Fraser wants to know, do we miss our Sticks and Bricks house? We haven't really missed it.
Don't miss all the work and upkeep of it.
Yeah, so we really don't miss it. The only thing I miss is my theater.
Yeah.
It's the only thing I miss is my dedicated theater I had, cinema, I should say, because it was
We had a 4,200 square foot house that sat on 4 acres in upstate New York. But we had a completely finished basement, and we put in a dedicated cinema down there.
And as far as when we're looking to go and get another house, we're not sure.
No plans, just whenever it feels right. We still like our coach and traveling, though.
We purchased our Tiffin from Davis Motorhome in Nashville, Tennessee. Memphis, Tennessee. So Davis Motorhome is where we purchased ours from.
Yes.
What is our speed average when traveling? Normally on roads like this, they're 70 miles an hour. You can actually go to outsideourbubble.com and click on. It should be in the video. It should be in the video description too. It should be a link to a live. There's a front view camera, and there's also below that is a GPS tracker showing you exactly where we are. And if you click on the little image of our motor coach, it'll give you telemetry information, our speed, our direction, our altitude, stuff like that. Fred Hill says, I saw on YouTube a UV setup for water. Yeah, I did that video, Fred. Wait. He says for houses and RVs. I did a video, for setting one up in an RV. Just recently, actually.
Yeah, again, he had the UV light in our air duct system in our house, but he also had it in the water system there years and years and years ago.
Biggin says, hello everyone from Red Bay, Alabama on lunch from Tiffin's. Hello.
Hello, Tiffin people.
Hello, Tiffin people. Adra says, hi guys, have a few questions. Okay, go ahead and ask. With us if you want an answer, because we have to catch up to them. Yeah, we're having some problems, Fred, with the internet stream today.
First world problems, right?
First world problems. We have a new to us RV with a residential refrigerator. We need to change our house batteries and don't know if we should go to lithiums or golf cart batteries. Well, if it's a brand new motorhome and you plan on keeping it for a while, spend the money and go lithium.
Yeah.
Especially if you dry camp a lot. That'll help you a lot. If you don't plan on dry camping a lot, then I would use AGM batteries. Right now we have AGM batteries in ours, but if you plan on dry camping or doing a lot of overnight camping and stuff like that, lithiums will give you your best. They're expensive, but that's really the way to go for the future. But if you're not going to be dry camping a lot or what have you, and only once in a while here and there, you save yourself some money and just use AGM batteries. Do not get water-based batteries. They're a pain in the butt because you have to remember to keep them full.
Yeah.
I guess you're escaping Texas for safe. You're escaping Texas, safe travels. Yeah, we're not escaping Texas. We were fine where we were. We actually felt pretty good where we were.
We could have been there all summer long and for a while if we wanted to, but one, I don't really want to experience Texas in the summertime.
No. Don't
Way
do
too
that.
hot. But we have a seasonal site in upstate New York that we stay at until October. And so we're just so we're not escaping, just because of the virus or anything. We're just heading back to our seasonal site.
Epic Adventure RV, where are we headed today? Well, we're gonna make it to hopefully.
Well, right now we have plugged in a Walmart in West Memphis, Arkansas, which is right before Memphis, Tennessee. Another hour and a half or so north, there's another Walmart area that we might stop at if we want to drive a little bit further. So, kind of in that area. If that makes sense.
Let's see. All the problems people are having with the net. Why do you think this is happening? One thing I've heard, maybe the bandwidth. Yeah, Fred, there's a lot more internet bandwidth that's being used nowadays than there ever has been in history.
That's for sure.
So yeah, bandwidth is an issue. And bandwidth is an issue for, cell providers as much as it is for regular hardline providers. You only have you don't have an infinite amount to use. It's like a water pipe. You only can get so much water through that pipe. Same thing applies to the internet traffic. And now we have a lot more people using the internet than they ever have at this time in the history of the internet, for that matter. KTN Road. David, I noticed more of an emphasis on home theater than usual. Signs of expanding your shed into Southwoods to add a real theater. We did that years ago.
We designed the shed.
We designed
for that
the shed
in mind,
Fred,
yeah.
to put in an outdoor theater, and then we put sides on the theater that you can roll down, and we actually air conditioned it
And heat.
and heated it.
And in the spring and the fall, you need the heat in there. And then the summer, we got air conditioning. We got the vinyl sides that come down.
Screen's 10 feet wide.
Yep. Yeah, we do movie nights with our neighbors and stuff, so not sure how that's going to work this year with this whole virus thing. Maybe we'll just all have to wear our masks and stay 6 feet away and roll the sides up so we can be a good distance away from each other.
Peter from Denmark is saying hello.
Oh, hello, Peter.
Yes, Red Jaguar, we know it's going to be cold when we get back up to upstate New York compared to where we're leaving.
Yes.
Let's see, Andrea says, we plan on staying overnight 4 p.m. to 10 a.m. and then move to a campground to continue traveling. How long do you think the batteries will hold out? Well, not that long. You'll be using your generator, especially if you're stopping at 4 p.m. And going until 10 a.m. Your refrigerator would hold out just fine, but if you plan on doing anything else like cooking, you're gonna have to turn your generator on.
Cooking, TV, anything, yeah.
Well, you can run your TV and stuff off the batteries. That's not an issue.
Yeah, that's true.
But you can't cook off the. You can, but the microwave does not like running on battery power. If you have an induction cooktop, you got to run the generator. So you'll have your generator on at some point or another. I don't know why your travel stop times don't seem that great to me. 4 p.m. and 10 a.m. You're going to want to stop either before rush hour, which is 4 p.m., or after rush hour. And if you're stopping at 4 p.m., sitting at a Walmart or something, that's a long time to be parked at a Walmart from 4 p.m. until 10 a.m. the next morning. That's an awful long time to be sitting out in a Walmart parking lot or something like that. So usually you don't stop until after 6 p.m. And then you usually get up and you leave about 7 a.m. before the traffic starts. At least that's what we do. Margaret Clark checking in from Zaire Hills, Florida. Oh, Latita is just saying hello. Did I say that right? Latata? Yeah, from North Carolina. Fred, have we had to make adjustments to our system due to internet problems? No, when I'm at a campsite, I usually don't have issues. We're on the road right now traveling, so we're moving. So we're hopping cell tower to cell tower. So there is expectations that we'll have issues now and again, or dropouts or cutouts or whatever, because we are traveling 70 miles an hour on an interstate and, getting further away or closer to other cell towers. So you're going to have issues. But for the most part, we really haven't had a lot of disruption in doing our normal day-to-day routines.
Now there are still some dead zones out there too.
Yeah.
It's that one on I-10 that we always seem to hit in the hill country of Texas.
Hershey Motorhome saying hello. Red Jaguar says, I've been vacuumed. It was a fun game. I plan on buying one. Any tips on care and maintenance? Well, the one we bought, the shark, she's referring to a video that we did the other day, a live stream video.
Because we were bored.
We were bored, where we took this camera and we taped it to the top of our shark robotic vacuum and let it go around the RV vacuuming live on the air. And I had taped up signs all across the coach that you could read. And then we also turned it into a contest where if you found the secret word, then you would email that secret word in to be entered into a drawing for a $25 gift certificate to Amazon. Woo woo! We give the best prizes away, I know. But anyways, it was kind of fun. We like the shark that we bought because we only have to empty it every 30 days. It self-empties into its own dustbin, so it goes back, docks to charge itself, and then it empties itself into a big dustbin, and then every 30 days we empty that dustbin. So we don't have to continuously empty because if we used it, we would every day, which we do most days, then we would have to empty the little dustbin that's in it because it picks up a lot.
Yeah. So basically the first of the month is our maintenance day for stuff like that.
Hey Bob, yeah, we did install our Magna shades ourselves. Not a problem whatsoever to do in our opinion. So yeah, we did install them ourselves. If you're gonna order them, tell them we said hello.
Let's preference that though. If somebody's not very mobile or whatever, these sides over here could be tricky if they're not as agile.
Oh, to put on, you mean?
To put those magnets on.
To put the inside windshield magnets on, depending on your motor coach. Can be harder on one side than the other because you got your steering wheel and everything. We just climbed right on the dashboard.
Yeah.
So we had no problem.
Yeah, I climbed on the dashboard and was just all over the place. So depending on your mobility and things like that, it's not an issue.
There's Red Jaguar, by the way, Michael, my friend Michael, he has a shark vacuum also that he's got for sale and he's willing to sell it to you cheap, so you might want to reach out to Michael. There's nothing wrong with it, his wife just doesn't like it or something like that. What we do is we run it when we go out for a walk with Loki. We'd say, hey G, the special command word, because it is voice activated. If you have Google
G-O-O.
or full-size residence refrigerator, how come? What size? I mean, batteries. You can get a 100 amp hour home.
Oh, we've got a really nice drive day. There's no wind, it's partly cloudy, so the sun's not beating on us. The road's smoothed out. And those roads in Dallas and in that whole area are just horrible. But now that the road's nice and smooth, Loki's just sound asleep.
Kathy, do we know if there's been any changes with the Togo situation? No, they're not bringing back the Togo data plan, unfortunately. AT&T, what can I say about them? They're just losers. I mean, it's
Tell
plain
us
and
how you
simple.
really feel.
They screwed people. They literally
do.
screwed people. Them and the Togo company, Thor, screwed people. Fred Hill, how's your Just Satellite working out? Works out great. Again, I've done videos on those. This service is the only service I would have. DirecTV actually looks like to me. Looks like
They're on their last legs.
They're on their last legs. It looks like they're actually trying to get out of the business, I think.
Yeah.
Noah Finch says, I'm thinking about pulling the trigger on a Tesla Model X. Any advice? Enjoy. That's all I can say. Enjoy.
It's a fun car to drive.
It is a great car to drive.
I don't think I would have one without the paint protection film and the ceramic
Yeah, I
coating,
would
though.
definitely, the only advice I would have is make sure you have PPF, what you're putting in, what batteries you have, and what the amp draw of the refrigerator. Rob Frazier says, thanks for the Q&A time. Awesome. What's the process?
I do go to campgroundreviews.com. It used to be RV Park Reviews, but I think it's campgroundreviews.com now. And they've got some good review people up there. That's basically it. Google Maps I like a lot because I can see the overhead shot. Sometimes I can drive in on the road, you know, and do the street view. It helps a lot. State border ahead.
Oh, we're crossing into a state border. New state.
This town, I don't know if it's a town or a city, it's probably a city. This always confused me as Texarkana. Half of the city is in Texas and half of the city is in Arkansas. Can you imagine what a payroll nightmare that is for you know, employers and stuff, and having to do with payroll?
Peter, our movie that you're referring to, the NASA movie, it went really well. It's called The Challenger Disaster. The Challenger Disaster movie, and you can get it on Amazon. You can rent it on Amazon. You can stream it on different platforms. But it's called The Challenger Disaster. Came out really well for an independent low-budget movie.
Yes, it came out January 2019.
I'm going to try making a couple of changes to my network real quick here, guys, by dropping a couple of my cellular connections and seeing if that cleans up some of this. Maybe I just have too many of them running at one time.
Too many competing.
Too many competing, yeah. Let's see, which ones do I want to turn off? Okay, so I just turned off 2 of my 5 connections. Thought I did, actually. What the hell? I hope I turned off the right ones. WAN in 0.
And that car almost caused an accident. He went all the way to the left to get around people, then all the way to the right to get off of the expressway. People were stepping on their brakes because he just was zooming right in front of them.
Thought I made the changes. It's not reflecting the changes. Dang it all, now I don't know which ones I'm supposed to have on and which ones I'm supposed to have off.
Well, start from scratch and figure out which ones you want.
AT&T on, that one off, that one off. Verizon
House over
on.
there.
That one never. That one never.
Yeah, they actually have a road called State Line Avenue.
1, 2, 3, 4. So I gotta drop. Oh, I want to drop. What's the other one? WAN. What is this stupid USB one that's connected? WAN in. That's gonna be coming from the Togo. And then I want to drop WAN in 0, I think. There, I think I dropped that one. Yeah. Okay. So now we'll see if we do any better now with that change I just made. We'll see if that helps at all. Could be, there is such a thing of having too many jetpacks running at one time, I guess. Wouldn't think so, but I guess that could be the case. Because I never have dropped as much as we've been dropping, it seems.
Here you go, love. Welcome to Arkansas.
Welcome to Arkansas, everyone. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop. I know, thrilling and exciting. Looks just like Texas.
Michael Rivera, we're doing fine. Thank you for asking. He's in Switzerland.
Yeah, he has a tiffin in Switzerland.
And he says COVID cases are going down there. However, they're not allowed to travel across borders, so they have to stay in Switzerland.
Yeah, there's another RVer, Nina, and she's in France. And it's the same thing. Out-of-state recreation lodging prohibited.
Out-of-state recreation lodging. See, we wouldn't be recreation lodging. We would be living.
Yeah.
Not even recreation living. We would just be living. So we would be lodging. Parking is a better word.
Yeah. Parking our house, please. Try explaining that one to the legislation, though.
Tom Jones, we usually travel about 70 miles per hour on interstate. Right now, what are we averaging? 7 point?
Because I'm driving 7.7.
Woo woo! 7.7. Hey Sharon, if you you can go to outsideourbubble.com and click on front view, or excuse me, outsideourbubble.com and click on live cam, and there's always a 24-hour day, 7 days a week camera facing forward. There's nothing to see right where, basically where we are. There's no scenery or anything.
What was that? That was a fancy ringtone.
No, that sounded like eBay. There's traffic on the roads, not as much as normal though.
Yeah.
Fred Hill, how do we like our rig? Good, bad, few problems? We love our rig. We've had very few problems. It's right now, in fact, nobody has a floor plan that we like better than what we have currently. And even if they did, we'd be hard pressed to switch to it because the technology we've put into this coach, we have more technology in this coach than they're putting in new coaches.
Yeah. They're so far behind the
They're so
whole
far
RV
behind.
industry.
Yeah, they're so far behind. We have voice communication with our coach and other things that we can do.
Yeah, this coach is so dialed in that it's perfect.
Oh, what a day it's gonna be. It's gonna be a long next few days, right, Luke's? Oh, he's sleeping.
3 days. He's gone.
Well, we can give you a tour of the coach real quick. How about that?
As long as the camera battery lasts.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, as long as our internet stays up, we're gonna give a quick tour of the coach and see Loki. Let's see if this works out, okay? Here we go.
I'm going to stay here.
Okay, you stay here. First off, there's Brenda. Okay, well, that didn't work out too well because as soon as I removed the camera, the battery died. Cool. So, that didn't work out as expected. That was my fault. And
Go back to some of our previous live drives and you'll see the coach all closed up.
Okay, yeah, so we that didn't work out too well. know why that actually did that. That was kind of weird. Now it's acting strange. It shows it's got a full charge on it.
Look at all the wildflowers. The whole field is yellow. I feel the allergies kicking in already.
I can't bring up my... That's weird. I can't bring up the counter I want now.
These utility trucks.
The storms and everything.
Yeah.
So, seem to be back online now. Okay. Hang on. Just gonna turn this around for now and been talking a little while now.
What?
What? Say what? See, told you there wasn't much out here. That's it. Told you. Not much to see. Or the battery should be low. I usually have no problem walking around with it.
Well, it didn't last that long when you had it on the Shark vacuum. You had to put that external battery on it.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
So maybe it's just the battery is just not charging all the way.
Let me grab that battery. Alexa, turn on cleaning mode. I'm going to try grabbing an external battery pack and doing the walk around of the motor coach to show you guys what it looks like while we're driving down the road. Ugh. So I'm grabbing an external battery pack right now, and hopefully when I disconnect it off of here, I'll be able to reconnect it really quickly. So, and without losing the power. So here we go. Connect, 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 connect. It's not connecting. Hi, I'm back. Had some data and then we didn't have data.
just enjoying the pretty wildflowers. As you can see, Loki is real stressed out with traveling.
So yeah, so there's Loki. Loki is now, as you can see, there's Loki, and no, we didn't see any bluebonnets at all in Burleson. It's not that time of year.
Yeah.
But, no, what's going to be amazing though is when we come watching the leaves that we have right now, this is all going to disappear by the time we get to upstate New York.
Yeah.
So,
I did see some bluebonnets sporadically. I didn't see big fields of them. So they are coming out.
yeah. So anyways, there's Mr. Loki. This is where he sleeps when we're traveling. As you can see, he's literally passed out. Those are his eyelids rolled back in his head. So he's literally passed out.
And no, we don't drug him.
And no, we don't drug him.
That's how he is.
That's the white of his inside eyelids. Okay, I'll stop doing that. So now I'm bugging him. Okay,
Yeah.
so anyways, I'll give you a tour of the coach real quick here, why we can and why we have internet still. So, this is what the coach looks like closed up for travel. As you can see, we have access to walk to the back, no problem whatsoever. And the couch opens up, this hall expands out when we're parked. The couch, this slides out of the couch to expand the couch into an L-shaped couch. Back here is my coffee machine, my super automatic coffee machine. People always ask, it's Velcroed down, so it does not move at all, so it's not going anywhere. And table, and our cooktop is underneath here. This is just a floor mat that goes down on the floor in front of the sink when we're parked. This is how we travel with our alcohol, our adult beverages. So there's a towel, a beach towel that Brenda has here, and then she makes little cubbies, so therefore they're not clinging around and making noise when we're traveling. Our knife block is facing backwards in case we slam the brakes on. We don't want these to come flying out at us, so the knives are facing the other direction. The refrigerator is locked down, as you can see, with a tie, and you do that because going around a corner, the G-forces will open these doors up. You can count on it. So make sure you always lock down your refrigerator doors if they don't have a lock on them. Tiffin puts a lock up here that clicks and unclicks every time you open and shut the door. It's a pain in the butt. So we removed that and just do this. Here's our powder room. This is where we use the bathroom when we're traveling. This is what you guys look like to us. Hi! That's how cute you guys look. And that's the battery that I have you running on right now. But hi! And then back here, our bedroom is all closed up and closed in for travel, as you can see. But there's our bed and everything. And then all the way in the back, there's our shower. And over on that side, there's our dual sinks. And then all the way in the back is the walk-in closet with our washer and dryer back there. So in any case, this is Loki's food down here. So yeah, this is how it is when we're traveling. And oh, this is here's our trailer. This is how we see our trailer. And there's our Tesla Model X back there on the trailer that we're towing behind us. And that's how we see when we pass vehicles and stuff, when it's safe to change lanes and everything. But as you can see, it's back there doing nicely. There's our Model X looking mighty special back there, if I do say so myself, and I do. There's there. Our GPS is over there. Our TPMS system is over there. Down here. As I get in the way of Brenda. Sorry. Okay, so now the question is, am I going to be able to put you guys back on without losing power?
My answer would be probably not.
Okay, so for right now, I'm just going to give you a Loki view. And I'm going to I'm gonna get a new power cord to make sure we got some power up there.
You normally did that.
This is a 10-hour battery pack, so I shouldn't have to have that issue. I don't know why I'm having the issue, though. Let's see. Okay, so let me try now. What I'm going to do is try to get you, I should be able to get you guys back on the front view there without losing power this time. At least that's what
I will bet
happen.
you 5 M&Ms that you lose power.
Oh, are you telling? Is this your way of telling me you want M&Ms?
No, I'm just saying.
Oh, remember I talked about our coach being, digitally operated and stuff. Can't do this in most coaches, but a select few. Thanks to Michael and Coach Proxy and what we built and developed. Watch this. Alexa, turn off cleaning mode. See that? All the lights went off.
Like magic.
Magic. Anyways, okay. I'm gonna just put you guys back on this little tower thingy right here. So here we go. Good luck. 3, 2, 1, go. Lost it. Oh no, so you still got it. Your charger is supplying. I don't know what it's like. Looks like we're still working. It said something on the screen real quick. Not sure what it said, but in any case.
Probably said something about external charging or something.
Yeah, probably. Okay, so there you go. That was the tour of our motor coach. We have 3 AC units on the top of this coach. No, we're not using any while we're traveling. In order to use the ACs while you're traveling down the road, you have to run your generator.
Which is possible. It's just not that hot right now.
The beeping could be a couple of different things, Margaret. It could be the TPMS system, which I don't think that's what you're hearing. I think the dee you're hearing and stuff is when our Mobileye, like if Brenda crosses a line or something without the directional being on or something like that. Yeah, all this green grass and green trees you currently see will slowly disappear as we continue to keep heading north over time.
It's like we're going backwards in time.
Yeah, so by the time Wednesday comes around and we're going to be going into Southwoods RV Resort, none of this greenery will be around anymore.
No, and it's going to be in the 20s at night.
Yeah.
Woohoo! That's all right, though. We'll stay nice and toasty in our rig. Last year when we came back, we were back the first week in April. I think we were back like the April 4th or 5th or something. The next day after that, it had snowed.
Hey, Mac is saying hello, Marcelo from Buenos
Argentina.
Aires.
Yeah. Fifth or something. The next day after that, it is.
Everything seems to be working. Audio sounds good. Somebody says it's really, really noisy. Well, that didn't sound noisy to me. to where
Yeah,
we currently
that
are
first
planning to
Walmart.
stop. But 3 hours and 28 minutes would have make us, let's see, 12, 1, 2, 3. Well, 4 o'clock. That'd make us 4 o'clock at a Walmart. That's too early to stop. So we're going to not stop at that Walmart. We'll stop at the next one after that, which is another hour and a half, 2 hours away from there.
Yeah, it was like an hour and a half or an hour and 40 minutes, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really, really good travel day today, as you can see. We got nice skies. We have
No wind.
no wind at all. So our driving conditions are perfect. So we're going to take advantage. We're going to take advantage of this as we can today.
And I guess one of the positives with this COVID-19 virus thing is there's not as much traffic.
Yeah.
So there is that.
Well, looking at the traffic right there seems to be more traffic there than I would expect.
Yeah,
Wow.
I think we're getting into a little town or something though. People tend to bunch up for some reason. There's road work 2 miles ahead also.
Oh, wonderful. The road work, I say jokingly. I'm not sure what you're asking. Well, Scott, he says, can you perhaps share your route?
I love.
I'm not sure if you mean the way we plan on going, or what route we're currently on, or. But if you go to this page, I'm putting on the chat window.
Is that the link to our front camera?
Page for that. Going into the chat window now. We lost. Internet's slow. Looks like we're in a pretty. We're out in the middle of nowhere right now. I mean, really, if you look at the map and you zoom out, nothing's really around us. So I'm not surprised if we have some cell issues today.
Roadwork next 20 miles. Whoop whoop.
As far as traffic on the road right now, I can say going through the city areas and around the roundabouts, there was definitely less traffic. Out here, the road that we're on right now, I'm not sure if this is any less or anything. I think it's kind of normal.
I think it's about the same.
Yeah, I think it's about the same right now. This road that we're on currently is
We're on I-30 eastbound.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you, love.
Heading towards Little Rock, Arkansas.
Yeah, Rich Flaxen. Hi, Rich and Kyle. Hi, Rich. Sarah, hopefully we'll see you at Camp Jam. To go to the Out Southwoods website, and they're on their homepage. There's a link to see their coronavirus policies and procedures that I put up on their website the other day. So you might want to check that out, just so you know what you're getting into. Okay,
Got yellow again.
we're in a really bad area of some sort, and so we keep losing the data for some reason together. So I'm not really sure why I'm losing all data, but I am. and I'm not sure why that's going on at this point. I'm running 3 of my 5 jetpacks currently, 2 AT&T and 1 Verizon, and all of them are running on a boosted system. They're all running on WeBoost boosting systems for the best possible connection. So yeah, I'm not sure exactly what's going on. Yeah, I can try switching. I'm going to try switching to a different mode called redundant mode, which is all my it chews up a lot more bandwidth. So I'm going to try switching to a redundant mode. It uses all 3 jetpacks at the same time, all staying with one connection. Just in case one drops out, the other one will just immediately still be streaming. So I'm going to try doing that. The only downside of doing that is it chews up all the data for all the jetpacks at the same rate, instead of splitting it up between the jetpacks. But I'm going to try making that switch over now, and we'll see what happens. So here we go. I'll be off. It'll be off for a second or so, or for a few moments.
Maybe
Okay.
it's that new streaming thing that you. Remember you pushed the streaming system? Maybe it's not working like advertised.
I don't know what you're referring to.
Remember you said there was a new setting up there on your
Oh yeah, that's
Speedify?
that's what I just switched.
Oh, you switched it from your laptop.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, because last time you were up there in your cabinet.
Okay, so now I'm running in redundant mode, which means all of them should be putting out data at the same time, and hopefully we'll keep a connection of some sort. Yeah, I've never had so many issues with the system. This is the first time we've had such a drop, and I don't know if this is a YouTube thing that's going on, but I don't think it is, because I'm actually losing my data.
Is this the first time that you've had 5 versus 3? Well, you switched back to 3, so never mind.
Yeah, Brenda was asking, is this the first time I was using 5 jetpacks versus 3 jetpacks? Yeah, it mightn't be, because we added the Togo when we were in, I don't know if I'm actually. So in any case, we're trying to see, I'm just trying to make some adjustments here on the fly and see if we can do something, see if it's us or see if it's AT&T or Verizon. There's just a lot going on data-wise.
This is like a brand new road. It's so smooth. Sad part is next year when we travel this route going back east, it'll probably be all broken up and bad again. Hope not. bumps. More bumps.
Okay, let's see how this all does now. I just made some changes. Hey, Loki. Okay, bud? He's probably going to need a rest stop at some point.
Yeah. What time is it?
1 o'clock. So if you want to find your next rest stop, that'll probably be one to take. Wouldn't you think?
Yeah. Then I can make some wraps.
Okay.
This bothers me when both semis and both lanes are going the same speed. Nobody's passing each other. Somebody needs to step on the gas or fall back. Let people pass. Pickup truck, man. I might see a rest area sign right up here. Yep.
Okay, take that. Okay, so we're going to take this rest stop and we're going to get Loki out for some break, and Brenda's going to make some lunch, even though he's passed out.
Yeah, as soon as we stop, he'll perk right up.
Yeah, so we're going to take this rest stop up here, and we're going to do what we need to do, I guess.
I think if we're having this many problems, should we just end the live feed?
Not yet.
Okay. There we go.
Okay, so here comes our exit. Hey guys, I'm not reading the messages or anything at this point, just so you're aware. So please chat amongst yourselves.
Oh, there's nobody here.
Yeah, it's empty.
This could go right here.
I'll check the Tesla and things like that. I'm not gonna take you guys with me like I have been in the past, disconnecting the camera and bringing it to the back, because we've been having issues with keeping it connected for some reason. So I'm not gonna mess with that right now. But we are gonna 7.8 miles per gallon we've been getting so far. I'm just kind of curious because when you shut that off, it's gonna reset.
Yeah.
So, okay, we're back. And I don't know what's been happening, but we rebooted I rebooted my Linux box, my main box that has all of my internet connections that run through it. And we'll see if by chance that solves our connectivity issues that we've been having. And hopefully it will. And that will continue to run just fine. But otherwise, we're currently stopped at a truck stop, and Loki went out and did his business, stepped on a pricker bush. Poor Loki. He's okay though, aren't you, boy? And Brenda is in the back making us some sandwiches, and then we're going to continue on the road. Currently, we are set to go to arrive at a Walmart in 3 hours and 8 minutes, but we're going to skip that and actually go further to another Walmart further out. Because it's such a good drive day right now, temperature-wise, condition-wise, wind-wise, everything is just perfect for traveling. So we're gonna just continue on and get in some more time as we can. Right, Lokes? And since we are at a stopping point here right now, I'm just gonna change out a couple of batteries. So I'll be right back, going offline with the microphone. Oh wait. I think these are the ones I just pulled out. I hope I put the right ones back in. Shouldn't have grabbed 2 packs at once. Okay, now I'm going to change my mic pack. You know, what's really funny is I crack myself up sometimes. I just change out batteries, and I can't remember which batteries I just changed and which ones were good and which ones were bad. I'm trying to feel them to see which ones are... Yeah, I got more. Have to change yours too at some point. So either the receiver will go offline, or my mic pack will go offline at some point. But we should be broadcasting right now, at least. It seems like we are. Seems like the data is pretty consistent at this point, so that's good news. And Loki's not. Loki, he thinks he's going to get some of whatever you're making. I know. I'll take over driving, love. Want to grab me a Gatorade before you shut that? No, Loki, these aren't for you, buddy. Yeah, so if you've been with us some of this trip, we've had some intermittent internet issues today, and not 100% sure, to tell you the truth, why we've been having those issues, but we are. And so what I just did while we stopped is I restarted my main routing system that has all my jetpacks plugged into it. And we're going to see if that helped any. Maybe we had something going on internally in there somehow giving us an issue. But right now I think we're doing okay. Right? Is anybody out there? Is this thing on? Hello? Anybody? Bueller? Yeah, looks like one. Oh, there was that one tire sensor I wanted to check. It was the front. I'll be right back again, love. Brenda also has her mic muted, so you won't hear anything at this point unless she turns her mic back on, because I'm going to mute my microphone. I'm back. Hey, Loki. Inside, play. Inside. You gotta let Daddy in. Thank you. Okay, shut that. Shut that. Lock the door. Put Loki's bed back in front of the door. Okay, so
Okay, I'm
it
unmuted
seems
now.
Like we're working. Looks like things are working again, so we'll go with that and see how it all plays out. These I'm not 100% sure on, so I'm going to keep these aside for now. I'm not sure which ones of those are charged and which ones aren't, and he's eating right now.
Yes, he is.
Let's give him a second then.
Okay.
And that made doing that switch on that TPMS sensor didn't help me any. Looks like I got a bad battery in a sensor. I'm not going to stop and change it right now. I'll change the battery when we get to our location. Need my sunglasses.
Well, I guess he's done eating.
Okay.
Did you need to go to the bathroom or anything before
No,
we
good
load?
enough.
Okay. Just checking.
Starting the engine.
Okay. Can you hold this for a second?
Oh, I don't want you to shut those too.
Yeah. I just got to maneuver around the dog.
Just a reminder in case your mic pack is still off.
Here. You might want to open your Gatorade.
Okay.
You know how that goes.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah. Those are tough sometimes to open.
Yeah. You don't want to be fighting with it as you're going down the road.
Everything runs good on the Tesla. Straps are nicely still secure.
Well, that's always a good thing.
Always a good thing, yeah. Good to have something to eat. And we're out of here. Am I good that way, Liv?
Yes.
Thank you.
All clear. Like all the truckers that were here are all gone. No, this is not for you, buddy. Your food is back there.
Okay, for those of you just joining us, I'm David.
I'm Brenda.
Down here also with us, traveling with us, is our companion Loki.
Which you can't see right now because...
We've got the camera facing forward.
Correct.
And we are now getting back. We're just getting away from a rest stop here. We're on currently
I-30
eastbound. We have left Burleson, Texas, and we are heading to stop at a Walmart parking lot overnight, and then we'll continue on tomorrow, and then arrive to our destination in Southwoods RV Resort, which is in Byron, New York. So all this greenery you see in front of us right now, by the time we get up there, we'll all be brown and dead.
Not dead, just dormant.
Yeah, dormant, that's right. It just hasn't started to come out yet at this point. But in any case, we're leaving the nice warm weather and going back to cold weather where it's going to be 20s in the nighttime. But we're perfectly fine with that in our motor coach. So,
And I just made a couple of wraps for lunch,
so we're
we will
eating
be
lunch.
eating.
We're currently eating lunch, and that beeping you keep hearing is me drifting to one side or the other as I get things situated here. So,
What can I do for you,
about
love?
that.
You good?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
Really good wrap.
It's because I made it with love. And cheese.
And cheese. Okay, currently got to my cruising speed of 70 miles per hour.
For those of you wondering, our wraps are nothing special. They're the same old wraps that we have every time, which is some sort of turkey. This is an apple smoked turkey with lettuce and a Colby Jack cheese. And then a Dooley mustard. Because, you know, we like things fancy. None of that regular yellow mustard for us.
Yeah, that's it. Seriously, buddy, you're not even going to do the speed limit?
And just so
Nobody
you,
on the road.
just so you know, I have the computer down because we're eating lunch. So I'm not, just chat amongst yourselves. I'm not looking at the screen.
For those of you who've been with us, joining us from time to time and know more about us than others that are just joining us for the first time, please feel free to answer questions that you may see come across the chat screen, because you probably know how we'll answer them anyways. Of course, that white car then, of course, speeds up after I move over.
Loki just went in the back to finish eating his breakfast.
Oh, that's good. I have been. Brenda was just handing me had the other half of my wrap, and she was handing it across and had her hand out, and I didn't notice it right away. And then I looked over and I saw it, and I went to reach for it, and I can just envision this big 70-pound German Shepherd lunging from the back, grabbing the sandwich from my hand.
That would only happen in the movies because Loki does not steal food.
No, he does not.
I actually had the wrap sitting on my lap as I was fixing my microphone and stuff, and Loki was just standing there staring at it. And he was right here, but he did not touch it. Now he's back there eating his breakfast.
I'm so glad he doesn't get car sick.
Yeah.
Or motor coach sick.
Some people actually have to sedate their dogs a little bit to calm them down because they just get too anxious traveling.
I always should have programmed the other Walmart in there.
Well, after lunch, I'll grab the address and everything.
Hey, buddy.
Good boy.
Hey, had you I see you grabbed M&Ms. Did you grab the new ones?
Yes, I
Have
did.
you guys seen or heard
The camera's turned around.
of the new M&Ms fudge brownie M&Ms? Oh my gosh, they are so good. Dangerously good. Fudge brownie M&Ms. bumps. In case you're wondering why we say bumps, is because sometimes, like, the driver will see the bumps coming up and can't get around them or whatever, and you know it's going to be a pretty good noise, and so you mention it in case the other person isn't paying attention. And then you mention it also because if you do hit the pumps and you didn't say it, and the person was paying attention, then the passenger wasn't paying attention, and then they say, "Didn't you see those bumps coming?" So it's always good to let them know you see them before you get A, scolded for hitting them, or B, just so you let them know you see them and you cannot avoid them. For as luxury, nice looking as these things are, they're not like cars. When you hit a seam like that and like this, going across a bridge seam, the bridges are usually the worst. When you hit a seam, boy, I mean, these things impact hard. I mean, you're talking about, like, the front tires, for example. Right now, my PSI of my front tires are running at, that was me, 131 PSI. Now, be aware, I have them set at 115 PSI. They're at 130 PSI because of the heat buildup, thus increasing the pressure inside the tire. So, you imagine this really big tire that now has 130 pounds of pressure in it, holding 14,000 pounds on the front of the coach, and you hit a bump. I mean, it's got a boom to it.
Big bada boom.
Big bada boom. Sometimes I think people are surprised when they ride in a motor coach. They think, you got these perfect rides all the time. It's not all the time, that's for sure. Other ones, depending on the suspension, and this is an air suspension. It has airbags for the air ride suspension, but it also has shocks, to take the brunt of that force. But you do have an air ride, but it's the shocks and stuff. I mean, you're hearing that thump of hitting that seam or that pothole. It's a little boom there. But anyways, I'm attempting to reconnect again.
Ooh, spider. Don't worry, Loke. I got the spider trying to get you.
So internet hasn't been that great today, unfortunately.
It's all gone.
We don't have a real reason behind it at this point. Not 100% sure. I even had my Bud Mike, my virtual Bud Michael, logged into my VPN and was looking at some setting or looking at logs and some stuff like that to see if he can see if there was something amiss somewhere, and he couldn't seem to find anything connected via VPN to my Linux box.
Coming up here.
By the way, those cars that are passing me, it's a 70 mile an hour road. I am doing 70 miles an hour, so they're doing about 80. Leave it. And drop it up.
Yeah. I'll get it, Loke.
Good boy, though. Good boy. Good boy. Bump. So anyways, yeah, so we're riding along. This is a 2014 Tiffin Allegro bus, model 45LP. We're 42,000 pounds loaded for travel. That's our normal weight is about 42,000 pounds. We're pulling a 18-foot Aluma tilt trailer behind us that has on it a 2020 Tesla Model X, which is another 6,500 pounds. And that makes our total towing of about, we're about 7,500 pounds of towing weight behind us. And we're 70 feet long going down the road. And so far today, we've been averaging 7.8 or 7.7?
7.7, I think it was.
7.7 miles to the gallon. Which is actually pretty good. Those pretzels are good, but they're not the best thing. They're not the best thing to eat.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Did you notice that? They got some type of powder on them or something. You're okay, Loki. Everything's
But
good.
that's what makes them so good.
So we hope you're enjoying your COVID video experience. I don't know what to call it. We've done a lot of these live drives. They're called live drives. We've done a lot of these live drives in the past, and people watch them. And we are humbled by the amount of people that watch us live. We're humbled by the amount of people that watch it after the fact. And some of these have gone on for hours and hours and hours. And we've had people travel with us from the start when we pull out to the end when we arrive, the entire experience. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't know what these people do for a living or what kind of life they have. Big bumps. But that's a long time. Sometimes when we travel 9 hours and then we have the same people still with us after 9 hours. Now that's commitment. I tell you, that's commitment. Come on.
I'm still not looking at the computer, just so you know.
So I'll have to reprogram the GPS at some point to put our... Right now the GPS says we're going to arrive in 2 hours and 52 minutes, which is just, it's like I said, it's too early to stop. It'd be 4 o'clock in the afternoon, way too early to stop. So we're going to continue our traveling, and Brenda's found at least another Walmart past that, that will at least go another hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, which will get us even closer to upstate New York, which will give us less drive time in the future that we have for the next few days. I gotta tell you, I'm a little nervous stopping at a Walmart for the first time with our Tesla. Haven't done that yet, so we just picked up the Tesla in December. We've only towed it from Arizona to Burleson, Texas, and we stopped along the way twice, and each time we stopped at RV parks and didn't have to unhook the trailer or anything. This will be the first time stopping at a Walmart. Now understand my reservations about doing this. I'm a little nervous, and quite rightly. I mean, it's a $100,000 vehicle sitting on a trailer parked at a Walmart, and it's a nice looking vehicle. It's decked out. It's been.
It's a looker.
It's a looker. Put it that way. It's a looker. We've actually had a lady pull up next to us in her Tesla, same model, same color, and actually roll down her window and say to us, "You just cost us money." And I said, "Excuse us?" She goes, "Yeah, as you can see, we have the same vehicle, but yours looks so much better than ours because you had it wrapped with a satin wrap. So you just cost us money." And we thought, that was very nice. That was really cool. But anyways, yeah, I'm a little bit nervous about parking it in a Walmart parking lot overnight. I do have security cameras, but that doesn't help us when we're sleeping. It does have an alarm system, so I could put it in Sentry mode. Oh, by the way, funny thing in regards to Sentry mode. We were loading the vehicle today, and I forgot to take it out of Sentry mode. So it's 7:30ish in the morning or so. We're putting the Tesla on the trailer. I get it on the trailer. I start locking it down and ratcheting the straps down into place. And I got one. I thought, well, this one seems a little bit too tight. So I did the release on the ratchet, and the release goes pop. There was a lot of pressure on the strap. So the release goes pop, and that pop being sent through the car, the vibration set the alarm system off. Now,
Sorry, neighbors.
Understand the Tesla alarm system. Yeah, you have your alarm system that has a horn. Beep, 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 beep. Waffle House. And if that wasn't bad enough, most people nowadays, let's face it, when you hear one of those go off, you normally don't look, right?
You ignore it.
You don't, right? Unless it's going off right next to you, you don't look. No, people ignore car horns, alarm systems these days. So what does the Tesla do? Tesla decides that, okay, they're going to make sure they draw attention. So not only do they beep the horn, nope, they roll the windows down and then crank at the loudest volume a classical piece of music. I'm trying to remember what the piece was. Bum, 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 bum.
Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah, that's it. And I forget the name of the piece. But so they crank that at max volume. And that's part of the alarm system. Not kidding. So here we are. Brenda had already put the key fob in the coach. So we had
it was already locked.
Yeah, because it was already locked. We weren't going to do anything. I was strapping it down so it wouldn't unlock itself, because as you walk up to the car, it will automatically unlock the car and open the car door for you as you approach the car. If you're approaching it from behind, walking toward the door, it will open the door for you. So we don't want the door to open because we're strapping it down. So she had put the key fob away. So Brendan goes running for the key fob as this thing is blaring the music, honking its horn. Oh my gosh.
Sorry, neighbors.
I should have that on video. I'm going to have to remember, write a note or text me or something. Michael, if you're still watching, text me a text reminding me to look for the video footage from this morning's camera, and I'll see if I have that. And if I do, I'll have to grab that and post it. That'll be so funny. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'll have to do that. Oh, I'm pretty sure I got I'm almost positive I got the security camera footage. Because it records, the security cameras record all the time. So I know I got it. I'm sorry, that was a long story. I hope it all transmitted out okay.
Would you like the address where you're going?
I will, as soon as I look at what's going on at this
Well, there's a crane and everything.
Okay.
On both sides.
Let me get through the construction here first, and then I'll. So yeah,
they're redoing the bridge here.
There's a little bit about the Tesla, kind of fun stuff.
Well, the very first time we had the Tesla loaded.
That's a big drill, my gosh.
And we still had Sentry mode on, and we started driving down the road.
we forgot about it.
And it just kept going off. I'm like, wow.
We were literally, the car was on the trailer. First time we loaded the trailer, when we bought the trailer, we took our motor coach to the trailer shop to fit the trailer, to get everything connected, make sure everything worked right and all that. We put the Tesla on, and then we started driving down the road, and we're hearing a honking. We're like, who's honking their horn at us? And
thought maybe something was wrong with the trailer, and they're trying to get our attention.
Yeah, and we're looking around going, what's going on? We're like, and I'm like, and then all of a sudden I noticed our headlights on the Tesla were flashing. And I'm like, oh my gosh, the security is going off on the Tesla.
Thank goodness we were still on a back road, and we were only like a mile away or something, you know. And
so I pulled over and went out and turned off the security mode and then the Sentry mode and all that. Because as we would drive, Sentry mode would keep going on and off because it uses the cameras to detect motion and then sets off the alarm based on the type of motion it sees or senses. So anyways, that was kind of funny. That was the first experience with our Sentry, with Tesla Sentry. But today, forgetting about it, and then we would have forgot about it again. We would have drove, and it would have went off driving.
Yeah, because it was a good 2 months since we had to actually strap it in before.
Yeah, so I'm going to have to grab that footage. That'll be funny.
I texted you about it.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, I'm a little nervous about parking it tonight. I'm debating putting the car cover on it or not putting the car cover on it.
I did look for campgrounds, and I could not find any that were either open to transients or weren't flooded or just looked really scary. So, you know.
See, I'm trying to decide. Do I put a car cover? I have a car cover for it that we've used several times in Texas.
Easy to put on and off.
It's really easy to put on and off, and we put it on because of inclement weather in Texas.
We'll see when we get situated at the parking lot to see how comfortable we feel. Because looking at it overhead, it's got a Sam's Club next to it. And when I had called them to see if they allow overnight parking, they said you park on the other side of Sam's Club, and that does not have traffic that goes through it. It would just be us and maybe a few semis.
And 100 other RVs.
Yeah.
See, the problem we've been hearing about online is right now traveling during COVID-19 and lockdown, or not lockdown, but that's the wrong word. Excuse me.
Isolation.
Don't come after me. You know, countrywide lockdown and all this freaking bullshit. I see going on with picketers and stuff, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know you. I don't want to get sick. Anyway, I'll stop now. Anyways, so the problem we're running into is literally there have been reports of 100 RVs parked at a Walmart overnight because the campgrounds are closed in those states or in those counties, and people are trying to go from north to south. And this mostly happened because Canada was shutting down their borders, and so
for visitors. There was an insurance thing.
Canada, if you were a Canadian and had Canadian insurance, you had to be out of the U.S. They were shutting the border down by a certain date. So all these people that were in the U.S. with their motorhomes, there's Canadian snowbirds. They go to Florida or whatever for the winter, and then they go back to Canada for the summer. For the summer, they had to go back north to get across the border, and so the Walmarts were literally 100 RV at a Walmart overnight. So I'm not sure what we're going to end up running into, to tell you the truth.
Well, it's a really big parking lot, and if we can get an area over on the other side of Sam's Club like they told us to, we should be okay if we like it. But worst comes to worst, it's a big area. Behind there's a Lowe's with a really big parking lot with a PetSmart and a movie theater there. So I know we can park at Lowe's also. And looking at Google Maps, there's a couple of semis parked there.
From whenever
so
that was taken.
we have some choices.
Okay, where to?
This is going to be in Tennessee.
Okay, so just give me a second. Let me make sure nobody's around us, and make sure to let this car go by me. I don't want to drift because I'm doing something. I'm using a GPS, which again is stupid to do because I don't like how you have to use them.
You have to push too many buttons to find what you need.
They make it. You're not supposed to program them as you're driving anyways, don't get me wrong. But I enter a house number, I can't do that because it's not in our area. Or do I do that after?
Go back.
You got a recently found. Did you use that? Did you find the other one by chance? Never used it?
I don't think I plugged it into the GPS because we decided to do the first one.
Okay.
Go back one more and click on, see the top left where it says nearby? Click on that. And then you can choose go down.
A different city?
Yes.
There we go. That makes sense.
And it's Jackson, Tennessee.
Okay, I have to wait a second.
Yep.
Don't want to do it right now.
Jackson.
I know.
It's the fourth one over. And it's Jackson, Tennessee.
That thing is so sensitive. I got that set way too sensitive.
So now
Okay.
you can,
Address.
yeah,
Go ahead.
2196. Yep.
Street.
Emporium Drive, EMP.
Hang on one second, please. Okay. What is that? EM.
EMP.
Got it.
Emporium. Yep. Yep,
That's it.
that's it.
Start a new route. Okay, so now we're going to be traveling. It was
Continue on I-30.
4 hours now. So we got 4 hours. We have 268 miles. Arrival time will be 6 p.m., which will be good. And that's a good stopping point of the day, yes?
I think so.
Or do you got another one after that?
No, I think we need to stop. Give
Okay.
the dog a break, give us a break, get dinner, relax.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Because we are making a pretty good push.
I mean, you and I can do it, but I don't want to.
Stress him more than he looks really stressed.
Yeah,
But
but
he does usually exercise. He usually does do about 3 to 4 miles a day.
yeah. And he knows on the travel days he's not going to get so much, but
He's going to be happy where we end up. He loves Southwoods. That's the first home he knew was Southwoods.
yeah. Got big soccer fields and a hill that he can run on and roll around in.
And now he's off-leash trained, so he can really run. He doesn't have to stay on his 50-foot leash that we had him on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about you, buddy. Oh, I love you too. Thank you, buddy.
So this looks like you're going to be at, well, yeah, you still got to go around Little Rock. So,
Yeah, exit 138 is our next exit.
yeah, which is East 440.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so are we transmitting and everything? Are we still live? Have we been doing good since I reset the system, I'm wondering? So if Michael's out there, let us know via chat, please. Not my phone. Michael, I'm driving now, so I can't use my phone. If you're still
Yeah,
out
I'm just logging back in now to see. It's streaming.
there. I know Michael's probably out there because he's at home doing his normal work, and he's probably got us running, and he's got a really, really big computer monitors. He's probably got me on the corner of the screen somewhere because he listens to podcasts and stuff. And so why not listen to me? His best virtual bud. I say virtual bud because we only see each other every once in a great while. And so most of our interaction is virtually. So like when we, even Coach Proxy and stuff, when that was being worked on, Micah would be making changes to code. I'd be yelling at him about changes to the code and suggesting changes to the code. And then He'd be adding them and changing them. We really didn't do much of that together until we saw each other, and then we have some fun when we see each other. Like the last time I went and I saw Michael, we put 6 solar panels on top of the roof of his trailer.
Okay, so I'm not sure how far back
We
I
always
need
do
to go.
something technical, but anyways.
Okay, now I see David chatting, so let's see.
Well, if you're going to go way far back, those people are likely not even to be online.
No, they are.
You don't know that.
We'll see. I'll see if we have any questions. They're just chatting amongst themselves.
So since we're going to answer some questions, I'll spin the camera back around. Don't know what that
Yeah, somebody said that they've had homeless people knock on their door at Walmart parking lots.
We've had that once. In all of our experience, we've had that once.
Yeah, we've stayed at Walmarts lots of times, just not with our Tesla.
We don't have any issues staying with Walmart.
Gonna run out of power cord soon, love.
We've pulled out of. I see it.
Okay.
We've pulled out of a couple.
We've pulled out of a couple because we didn't feel comfortable with the people around.
Or the area.
Yeah.
I'd say. We've pulled in. Kind of didn't feel right. Left. Did that probably I think 3 times in our history, and one time we had one person knock on our door. And understand, we've been traveling since 2008.
Yeah.
So hi again. Hi y'all. How you doing?
Max says there in Buenos Aires, he said, here is absolutely prohibited travel across the country. No one can leave their own houses with exemptions. Yeah, I know that's how it is over in Europe also. Yoda says, but you're in a $400,000 RV. Well, it wasn't $400,000.
No, it was not. It was probably, after all said was done, was about 340 or so.
People don't know that.
People don't know that. But anyways, is he referring?
He's referring
to the Walmart?
staying at Walmart.
Okay.
How come we're allowed to travel during the restriction?
Because we live in the USA.
Because the U.S. there's no state borders or anything. You can travel.
They haven't closed down
freely.
interstate travel.
Yeah.
And even if they did, I still think we would be allowed to because we live in our own home. Literally, on our driver's license, our license plate number is listed as our address on our driver's license.
Yeah. Now, when you see people going out for the weekend camping, yeah, they should not be out doing that. Or if they do that, they should stay in their own motorhome, their own camper, and stay in their own lot, which unfortunately is not what we have seen happening. Peter asks, what size engine does your coach have?
We have a Cummins 450 ISL. And I know, and the next question is going to be, would I want the 600? No, I would not. Not unless I was pulling an oversized load or something like that. Understand, again, I'm pulling 7,500 pounds behind me right now. I'm not having any issues. I'm currently doing 7.2 miles to the gallon.
I want to stop you real quick. That construction sign back there said anything over 10 feet needs to exit here. So something narrow is coming up. We should be okay though.
We're not wider than 10 feet.
They're just talking wide loads. Ooh, that's a shiny boat. Squirrel. Anyway, yeah, where the trail leads says we are traveling essential to get to our place in New York, which
yes, that's
yeah. But we are technically still in our home.
Yes.
Yes.
And before you interrupted me, what was I talking about?
I don't remember.
Can you see what that is? I don't know what that alert is. That's oh, I know what it is. I think that's the water valve alert. which won't make a difference.
Yeah.
Okay. Get these phantom water valve open, water valve close alerts, even though, and I only get those when we travel.
David, what kind of sunglasses are you wearing today? Very fashionable ones that,
$24 on Amazon.
yes, well, we did a blog post on them.
We did a blog post. Actually, I'm not kidding. If you go to our outsideurbubble.com, type in sunglasses, or type in driving glasses, you'll find a really nice set of day drivers and night drivers. Yes, I said night drivers. We actually have we have pairs of glasses that we wear at night when driving. They're yellow sunglasses, and they're made specifically for nighttime driving
Or inclement weather.
or inclement weather. But outsideurbubble.com and do a search for driving glasses or sunglasses, and you'll find a link to them. I also do have Maui gyms that I wear, but I've kind of gotten away from those only because they're expensive and I tend to drop them a lot.
Doug B says, why are we making this trip so early this year? We're actually making it later this year. We're usually making this trip the first week of April. But a couple reasons. One of the main reasons is because of the virus. We stayed put in Texas and put off some of our travel plans.
We were going to go other places before we got upstate. But we were going to be upstate, as Brenda said, the first week of April.
Which leads to number two, the owners of Southwoods didn't get back until a couple days ago because all their buildings and activities and everything and their office and everything is all closed and canceled. So there's not as much prep to do before the season opens. And it was really cold. It was still snowing, so he couldn't open up the water lines or anything if he wanted to. So it's one of those things where it's, we had to wait until he got back, the owner got back, and he didn't get back till later because of the whole COVID-19 thing. And
now, I don't know if you guys heard the difference before. I just changed lanes to the left-hand lane because the only reason is because that road over there was bum, 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 bum. But this road on this side, completely smooth. So that's why my saying is life is smoother in the left-hand lane, which it is. Right now, it is completely smooth. Over there, it was not so smooth. I just wanted to point that out.
people are saying we're rock solid since the reset.
That's good.
Do we hit any toll roads on this drive? We do. As soon as we cross over into New York, it's a toll road.
Freaking New York, man.
Yeah, and it's usually a pretty bad road,
yeah,
too.
and not only do we have to hit the toll road, right when we get to New York, that's when the roads go bad.
Yeah. Give us your money, now we'll give you potholes.
Not kidding. There are some of the worst roads.
Gary says, where's the dogs at? He's right down here, passed out, sound asleep.
Totally.
Until I go for those M&Ms and crinkle the bag. Rich and Sue, have you made next year's reservations? Yep, we make our reservations a year in advance. At the North Texas Jellystone Park, we don't need to make reservations. They always have our site there for us because David does the Wi-Fi there.
I do all the electronics at the park.
And then, so that site's always there for us, which is nice.
So if we have to come in, we can come in anytime. Or they know we're usually only there in the wintertime. So during the summer months, they'll use the site because we won't come to Texas in the summer.
Yeah.
And if I do, if it's an emergency, they'll fly me out there and I'll stay in one of their cabins. And then fly me back. But in the wintertime, there's a site that's always there for us, so we can come and go as we please.
Which is nice because when this whole coronavirus thing hit, we were actually in North Texas Jellystone Park. We got there mid-February. It was right after Valentine's Day because we were in Fredericksburg then, remember?
Yep.
And then, so we were in North Texas Jellystone. Then this whole coronavirus thing happened. And we were in a unique position where we're in a site that is endless, pretty much. we didn't have reservations where we're like, oh, we have to be out of here in 2 weeks, you know, and find another place to go. We can keep extending and just basically just let them know when we're gone. And then they open the site back up for the summertime because they know now that we're gone for the summer.
But then
Speaking of which, did you text Ryan?
No, I did not.
Okay. We'll have to do that tonight.
And then we've already made our, in Arizona, we get the same site all the time in Arizona too. So, but there we make our booking well in advance there. You have to book a year out.
Well, and the strange thing about that place that we stay at in Arizona is, which is nice for people like us that like our site and we want the same site every year, as soon as January 1st hits, you can book for the following year. So you have, if you like the site that you're in and you're in that site on January 1st, you can book that same site next year. And we've never come across that anywhere else.
It's
So
kind of weird though.
yeah, and we have until actually January 14th to book, you know, make our reservations, and then they'll open it up to the public.
Well, then they'll open it up to general booking. So if you did not reserve the site
Before January 14th, then
it's open.
you're SOL.
Yeah. So if you really, really like the site, make sure you book it.
And we have a good site because we're right on an end.
Another
We've
end
got,
site.
you know, a nice big curve. Yeah.
Now Southwoods is a totally different story. That site is
That's our seasonal site.
that's
so
our
that
seasonal
is our site.
That's 6 months. It's the best, in our opinion, the best site in the place.
We can come and go as we please. If we don't want to get back to Southwoods until July, we can do that. There's seasonal sites they don't rent out, that you lease that year to year. So we don't have to worry about having a place to have to find a place to go this summer, because we're going to be at Southwoods until October. So we're good. And then hopefully this whole coronavirus thing is not going to go away, but hopefully campgrounds and things might open up and things might get back to a little bit of a new normal. We have Tudor Wynne Phillips from North Wales.
Reconnected. Okay. Lost internet there again. Had a little dropout. Well, we see. Going through a construction zone here.
That makes sense.
Gotta suck that one in.
Yeah, Max says, so your address is your license plate? Awesome.
Literally.
It doesn't exist here. You must give a street number for taxes. Yeah, for taxes and everything, we have a mail forwarding system, which is our legal address that has a street number and everything. But for some reason, the county that we're in, so not all mail forwarding services are like this, but the county that we're in, there was a big ruckus about
Elections.
was it? It was about elections and the zoning
vote
and stuff, and who
like
can
that.
vote. So, for some reason, it's going to narrow up here again. I don't know if you want to move over. So, for some reason, they came up with this conclusion of, oh, well, you know, you live in your motorhome full time, so just put your license plate number on as your street address on your driver's license. And that to us makes no logical sense. It doesn't make sense at all. But, you know, as far as elections and stuff, I don't get it, but whatever. It doesn't bother us any. I mean,
Comes in handy right now, though. You are not allowed to leave your home. We're not. Look.
this is our home. That's true. This is our home.
We are in our home. Look it says it right there on our license. And our license plate is not a numbers and letters. It's Uber 1. So
Yeah.
we live at Uber 1, Green Clove Springs, Florida.
Yeah. That's funny.
Uber outside our bubble. OOB. Bump. Bump.
Oh, another reason why I like to say bump is if David is doing something with the computer and typing or whatever, if you're, gonna say bump, he can stop typing so he doesn't do something weird on the keyboard or whatever. Oh, thank you, Loki.
Oh, I know what I was talking about earlier. I was talking about the guy had asked what engine we have, 450 ISL.
Oh, yeah.
And the next question was, would I want the 600? Would be the next question usually, and the answer is no, because to go from the 450 ISL to the 600 is about $80,000 difference in price. Because it's not just the engine, it's the engine and the transmission that is different. You also lose some space in the rear because the engine's bigger and the transmission's bigger, so you also lose some cargo space. But that's not the reason. The reason is the price. And the amount of time that I would need that power to go up and down mountain hills or mountain roads and stuff like that, and where I would get, because right now if I go up a big mountain pass, I get down to 40, 45 miles an hour. But that's what the semis are doing anyways. It's not like I'm going to be able to pass them.
It's no rush.
Right. So 5% of the time we're in mountainous areas, which means 2.5% of that's downhill. So for 2.5% of the time that we're needing the extra power to go uphill, I can buy a lot of diesel fuel for that $80,000. So to me, it makes no sense to spend that kind of money extra on an engine, on a larger engine. I don't see the point. And I've had a 350 Mercedes diesel, and this is a 450 ISL Cummins. And I was even fine with the 350, which was also on a 43-foot motor coach. So for me, I don't see the point of spending the money unless you're maybe pulling a big double stack trailer.
I was just gonna say that. Yep. Off the house. Pam says, I'm a long arm quilter and I listen as I work. You're better than an audiobook.
Hi, welcome to Quiet Times with David and Brenda, audiobook by Audible. Today, the session will be read by your host, David Bott, co-hosted by Brenda Bott.
Supervised by Loki Bott.
Supervised and the audio transmission recorded by Loki. Arf. So, Chapter 1. The day in the life begins. Hooking up the motor coach.
Good dear.
That was pretty good, huh? I did that pretty good.
That was good.
Thank you. And so it began. My long journey. The lights have to come on. You got to turn off the alarm. You must get up. You must get yourself out of bed. You've been parked for way too long. You have to move on. What do? You roll over, you pull the covers over your head, and yes, you turn that alarm off and go back to sleep. Of course you do. You've been parked too long. But no, there's the dog, Loki, telling you, come on, you gotta get up, I gotta go out. So you do. You pull yourself out of bed and you do make that way out the door. Then you realize, yep, it's time. Today is the day. We're moving on.
Chapter 2.
Chapter 2. The car alarm.
Oh, we could go on and on.
We could.
Just entertain ourselves.
So which M&Ms did you open?
The good ones. The fudge brownie. Would you like some?
I would.
You can't have any. I bought them for myself.
Should have told me that 2 days ago.
No, I don't remember seeing fudge brownie before, but I don't really buy M&Ms unless we're traveling. And I just get the peanut M&Ms.
But fudge brownie M&Ms, yum. I will say my favorites, which they don't make,
Fudge brownie.
were the jalapeno M&Ms. Jalapeno chocolate.
Yeah, those were the ones that were
Part of a contest.
one of the 4 that they were testing.
Bastards didn't win. Took away my jalapeno M&Ms.
I did go to the store and buy as many as I could, though. I gotta send a picture to your sisters.
Okay, that doesn't help me anything.
Huh?
That doesn't help me any.
Of the M&M bag.
Oh.
Fudge brownie.
Moving right along. Dum, 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 dum.
Hey, buddy.
Hello. Back,
Backing up.
Backing up. Beep, beep,
Hey,
beep.
buddy.
You stuck?
There you go. There you go, bud. He was laying back there for a little bit in front of the couch.
Yeah, we've been, since we've been, inside more, we've been having to find new things to do with Loki. And so we've been teaching him some new fun things like crawl. He knows how to crawl now. So we taught him to crawl on his belly.
Yeah.
That was fun.
We're going to start teaching him bow.
Next one we're gonna work on is bow, to bow to somebody. We've taught him between his left and his right paw.
Although I think he's just guessing.
You think he's guessing half the time?
Yeah. He does think about it for a second.
He does. You do left or you do right. He cocks his head a little bit.
We started working on pretty.
Oh, we started working on pretty, which is like a bag.
Like,
We don't like the word bag, so we call it pretty.
Look, there's Waffle House over there.
So yeah, we're gonna work on that.
Max says, David, you're crazy. LOL. KT on the road says, Brenda, David's mood seems to be better than what I remember from the live drives in the fall.
It's because I'm drunk. I'm only kidding. It's a joke. Joke. Repeat joke. Bad joke. I should rephrase. That was a bad joke. I can see somebody drinking going. They were taking a swig when I said that.
Yeah, I think your mood's not bad.
No, not right now. It's because we haven't had any
It's
issues.
a good day, and Loki's being good. Not that he's not good, but
No, Loki's...
I think you got a good night's sleep. You slept well.
I'm liking the fact that we're getting a good distance today.
Yeah.
Understand, we don't normally like to drive more than 4 hours, kind of thing. So when we do long days like this, it can get to be long. The good news is we do switch off driving, which we enjoy doing.
Gives us each a break.
It doesn't all go on me, it doesn't all go on her, and she enjoys driving. Actually, somebody asked Brenda the other day, you like driving that thing?
Why wouldn't I?
She goes, it's just like driving the car. Doesn't mean I don't like it or anything, it's just because it's big.
I think a lot of it's mental for people, it's a scary thing to do because it's so big. And I can see that.
But you can see it's not difficult.
No.
You just have to understand, the biggest thing you need to understand is your weight and your turning radius. Those are the only things you have to understand. And the weight is only because of stopping power.
Yeah.
You have to be able to stop because we're 42,000 pounds pulling 7,500 pounds. The trailer does have brakes also, yes, but trying to stop all of this mass in motion takes a lot of power also. And you have to understand space. So you have to understand that. We have a video, Know Your Stopping Distance. So look up that one. That will show you how we stopped. An accident had occurred a half mile up. We couldn't see it. Sun was behind us. All the cars in front of us, of course, since the sun was directly behind us, you can't see the brake lights. An accident on I-10 westbound.
I-10 westbound going into Phoenix.
Going into Phoenix had occurred. 8-car pileup, 1 fatality. So, in other words, we stopped very, very quickly because 1, you couldn't see the brake lights. So you couldn't see, even though you could see far ahead, you couldn't see they were braking. All you could see was all of a sudden all these cars were bunching up. And so we went from 70 miles an hour, which was the speed of the highway, actually out there it's 80, 70 miles an hour to 0 in 7 seconds. And we had about 8 feet to spare in front of the car, with the car in front of us. So look up that video, Know Your Stopping Distance.
Yeah. And the only thing we pack, I pack the cupboards and everything so well.
She does.
That nothing shifted to the point where anything was broken or anything. Really, there was hardly any shifting in the cupboards and the fridge. The only thing that happened was the pillows came off of the couch and one of the kitchen chairs had fallen when you brake.
Tilted forward
onto the recliner. Yeah.
It's all in the video because I pulled the security footage from the inside of the coach at the time.
Yeah.
So it's all in the video. So you can see the front stopping, you can see the inside of the coach stopping from 2 points of view, and you can see the rear of the coach and the cars behind us and how close they got to hitting us. Anyways.
Well, and it was one of those terrible accidents that...
It was terrible. We literally sat there.
The highway, we were only half a mile from it, so there were no exits to get off at to go around.
Right.
They had blocked off the exits further down to route people around, but we were all stuck. So we were there for 2 hours or a little over 2 hours?
2.5 hours.
2.5 hours.
Parked.
Engine off in the highway.
Playing with Loki in the middle of I-10.
Playing with Loki in the middle of I-10, people are getting out, stretching their legs, peeing around a bush, and we're like, oh, thank God we're in a motorhome.
Nobody asked us to use our bathroom, which was great.
And there was, it was a bad accident, but
We did not know that it was a fatality until we saw it on the news that night.
Yeah. Well, and when we passed it, we're like, there's no way somebody, you know.
Yeah, there was one vehicle that was.
And there was a horse trailer too, but the horses were fine. They escaped though. They got out and then they corralled them and got them back. But the horses were loose too. It was bad. Anyway, Stephen Hall wants to know, given our long size, while we're on the road, are there any restaurants are there any restaurants that you can stop at?
We usually don't. We have our own food.
Yeah.
So we never stopped at a restaurant. Well, shouldn't say that. We pulled over. We never intentionally stopped at a restaurant. Well,
no, the only time we ever do is literally while we're parked at a Walmart parking lot.
Yeah.
And they have some restaurants surrounding, the parking lot. We'll walk over to one of them.
But we don't go to a restaurant.
But we don't go to a restaurant specifically to stop, have dinner, and then get back on the road. There are Cracker Barrels. They have RV parking. We would never fit.
Yeah. They call it RV parking.
They call it RV parking.
It's like the length of 2 cars.
But yeah, it's probably 30 feet long or something.
They mean the Class C RVs.
Yeah. So yeah, when it says RV parking, you have to be careful. When you're somebody our size, you follow the signs that say trucker parking, because we are the size of a truck.
Yes.
Yoda says it's almost clockwork when we have to stop every 2 hours for the dogs to use the restroom. Loki's pretty good. We like to stop every 2 or 3 hours to switch drivers, and we get him out to walk around anyway. But if we go, 3 or 4 hours, he's not one for bothering us unless he really has to go. He'll wait. Red Jaguar says, when you do long days, do you prefer to boondock or stay at parks? If you prefer boondocking, would you consider Harvest Host or Boondockers Welcome instead of Walmart? I've looked into Harvest Host. I haven't looked into Boondockers Welcome, but I've looked into Harvest Host. And while I like the idea, they're usually not right along the highway. You usually have to travel to them a little distance, a few miles. And we just want to quick on and quick off of the highway, if we're just passing through. We don't want to have to deal with that. And a lot of times with our length and everything, we may not be able to turn around in their parking lot or wherever they want you parked. So it might just be too much to begin with. So we'll just stay along the highway. We would prefer, it depends on the time of year also, on if we would prefer boondocking versus campgrounds.
Well, and also...
But now that we have the Tesla...
Yeah. Now, if we had a choice, right now, I feel more comfortable at a campground.
Yeah.
Just only because of what I'm towing. And that's just sounds weird, I think, but...
And we've parked at tons of Walmarts.
Yes.
We've had our Jeep Grand Cherokees.
Our Jeep Grand Cherokee
never had an issue.
Never had an issue. Never thought much of it. I don't know. Something about.
It's a unique car.
It's a unique looking car. It's a striking car
that can attract people.
That can attract attention.
Yeah. So we'll see. This is really going to be the first time that we're stopping somewhere at a Walmart. Yeah, Tina, I had thought about that. She said Cracker Barrels are empty now. You can take as much room as you want. Just did that the last drive last month.
Yeah, that's a.
I thought about that too.
One of the nice things about Walmarts, though, is they do usually have security cameras.
Yes. And some
Sometimes they
Sometimes
have patrols.
roaming patrols, yeah.
138A, is that correct?
Yeah. Yep. 440 East. So this Walmart, I mean, the way that it's situated with the Walmart and the Sam's Club next to it, and then where they want us to park, doesn't seem like it'll be too bad because it's not going to get the cars passing by. There's a Lowe's right behind it, so we can, you know, if we don't like where we are at the Walmart or Sam's Club, then we can check out the Lowe's.
1.25 miles. Take exit 138A on the right to I-440 East.
How ironic that they had a sign that says flatten the curve. And how funny is it that that's a digital sign that's on a curve? Sorry, I just found that ironic.
I wonder if somebody thought about that too, or if they just put it up on.
I just, you know.
No, the saying on the sign. I wonder if they thought about it because of where the sign is on a
No,
curve.
the sign is a sign that would be the same sign that would light up anywhere else. It's probably the same message all along. But I just think it's kind of funny.
Either of them to right lanes, then take the exit to I-440 East.
How many times can you patch a bridge?
Yeah, this is Little Rock, love. Remember I told you, the roads here, this is the road that when I was driving, I had to bob and weave around a couch in the middle of the highway. So be careful because for some reason in Little Rock, I really think people drop things here a lot. And if you live here or anything, I apologize, but that's been our experience.
When you have to dodge a couch, yeah.
Oh, and other things, not just that.
Mattresses, couch,
Yeah.
bumper.
I think there was a television one time. Tom's Corner says the Walmart in, I can't pronounce that, it's not where we're going, put up signs, no boondocking. Yeah, there are some Walmarts that you can't stay at overnight, and a lot of times it's not the Walmarts that are saying that, it's the town ordinance. So that's why you always want to call ahead and ask them if they allow overnight parking.
And a lot of times it's the town ordinance because there's a couple campgrounds in the area and they complained that people are stopping at the Walmarts instead of stopping at their campground overnight.
Yeah.
Well, how does that ordinance work out for you now when you can't even stop at the campground because the campground is closed? So now you can't even stop at the Walmart.
Aaron Martin, hello from Morristown, Tennessee.
Ooh, these roads are so bad.
What type of mount is David using for his iPad there in the center of the dash?
You mean the one I'm holding right now? It's a funny you should ask.
It's one of those. Love, don't worry about your iPad. It's not going anywhere.
I'm braking hard because the guy in front of me who just moved over with all the mud.
I know, but I didn't want you worrying about your iPad when he was zooming around. He's in 2 lanes right now. The iPad holder is basically one of those holders that just goes into a CD
Actually,
slot.
Yeah, it slides into this. Our double din stereo is right there, and it slides into the CD slot.
Wow, that guy almost just took our corner out.
These people are idiots out here, I swear.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Now I'm starting to get a little miffy.
Yeah.
Because of the truck in front of us that just we didn't see, but
No, I saw it.
No,
He had a whole bunch of dirt
I'm
on
talking
him.
about the people.
Oh,
They couldn't see it. But who literally came right when he got by us, he came right over. I mean, he probably had 5 foot clearance between me and him when he moved over, and he's full of mud.
then we had a pickup truck come around the other side of us that came really close to taking our corner out.
And as you were hearing, I was just complaining about how bad the roads were, so you can imagine what was falling off that truck.
Yeah.
I was not happy. Bad truck, man. Bad truck. So yeah, anyways. See another sign, flatten the curve, but at least there's no curve here. So it's just
Oh, there is right up above
well,
more, though.
the
Yeah,
other one
it's-
was on the curve.
Yes, it is funny. Don Sullivan says lots of communities ban the overnight parking due to issues with homeless people trying to live at Walmart every night in an RV. Yeah, again, it depends on the town and their ordinances and stuff. And you just, you have to ask. We've stated Walmart's overnight where there's signs all over that say no overnight parking. And you don't know that from anything, and you see this Walmart online, you don't have time to call ahead or something, or you can't get a hold of them, so we stop and you see all the signs, so we go in and ask, and they're like, oh yeah, that's for the truckers, we don't want truckers parking there overnight. We love you RVers because they know we usually come in the store and spend money.
And we do. I admit, I like their
chicken wings, their wingdings.
Their wingdings. Yeah, that's the only time I get that water flush alert.
Yeah.
It's only when we're driving. That's weird.
Ooh. Margaret Clark says, Brenda, a truck dropped 6 cows on I-75 the other day. 3 were killed and 3 survived. I would hate to see that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I will say one of the bad things about driving a motor coach is you get to see all these crazy people.
Stupid people.
You driving a motor coach makes you a better driver, period. Driving a motor coach over time, you literally become a better car driver because you understand the vehicles in a different way because of what you're driving. And you can see all the idiocy that happens. I mean, all the foolishness and all the stupid things that people do.
Weaving in and out of traffic and cutting semis off and all sorts of stuff.
It blows your mind, some of the stuff you see people do. I will say the most memorable thing I've ever seen was when the only time we ever went to California, and we were driving down the expressway, and I looked over, and there was a convertible coming by, and there was a girl doing fellatio to the driver.
Yeah, in a convertible in California.
In California. Yep.
Tell me he's not a distracted driver.
Exactly.
Please. Red Jaguar 100 says, you're right about Don Sullivan. You're right not to mention the trash people leave. I had to write an RV or citation for pooping in the lot at a Walmart in Philly. Wow.
at 11:40 Memphis. 42.
I-40, yes.
Take exit 11 on the right to I-40 East, then keep right. Key in the right lane.
Oh, he was in the wrong lane. There we go. 121 miles now to our next interchange. Or stay on, I should say.
Yeah. We're staying on 40 for a while. Since we're going to that other Walmart, we're going to go through Memphis today.
Continue on I-40.
Gotta say, there's more cars on I-40 than I thought there would be.
Up here a little ways is that Walmart that we've stayed at before, the one where half the parking lot was shut down because they were paving it.
Oh, yeah.
There's something else you don't see, on Google Maps or anything. And I called to make sure that they take overnight parking. They're like, oh yeah, just park on, this side. Not a problem. We get there, half the parking lot shut down because they're paving. No, we stayed there though. We've stayed there a couple times. Remember that RV park that just opened up? That I had to call and cancel a couple times. It was brand new with the asphalt pull-throughs and stuff. I showed you online. It was like that Lower White River RV park or something. That's right up here too. So if you want an RV park, we can go there. But
No, we can't because I asked you and you said there was none.
we still got 3 hours to go, love.
Yeah.
We could have gone there if we wanted
Oh, okay.
to do like a 4-day drive.
Gotcha. Well, let's, seeing that we still have another 3 hours to go, why don't we stop this transmission for now and we'll pick it up maybe about 30 minutes before we arrive to end it. And so, because we've been talking an awful lot.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is we'll just end the transmission for now, and then we'll try to, as long as we have 3 hours and 10 minutes to go. We'll pick up about 30 minutes out before we'll pick up before we arrive to Walmart, and we'll see how we luck out getting in, and we can pick it up from there. So as long as you're subscribed to us, you should be alerted that we're live again. Okay, and if everything is working right, we are back. Hello, I'm David.
I'm Brenda.
We're from OutsideOurBubble.com, and right down here is our
Furry family.
Okay, we'll see if this is going to work this time. Hopefully we're going to be back online, giving it a shot, and we'll see. But hopefully we're going to be back, and we'll see if this is working.
Take 3?
So, take 3, yeah. We've been having some data issues today. Don't know why. I think it's because I upgraded the software on Speedify, and now I'm having all kinds of problems. But
That's what happens when you upgrade.
Yep, see what happens. So, any case, we should be back live. I'm David.
I'm Brenda.
Down here is Loki, our travel companion, and we are about 25 minutes away from Walmart that we're going to be staying at overnight tonight.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop. Yep. So hopefully we're going to continue to have okay streaming right now, and we'll see what happens at this point. And Yeah,
It is
see,
what it is.
See, I think there's something wrong with the interfaces or something because I switched modes to. I was in a mode called streaming, and then I told it to switch to redundant mode, and for now, for some reason, it's in streaming mode according to this Node Red interface that we're running here. So I'm not 100% sure what mode I'm currently in, but I don't want to touch it because it seems to be working right now. So we seem to be having a signal going out. But in any case, yeah, so we're about 25 minutes away. We've gone through some Memphis and stuff like that, and
Little Rock, Arkansas, Memphis had lots of construction going on.
yeah, that was probably the most traffic we had the entire trip so far.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we'll be arriving and crossing our fingers that we'll find suitable parking over at Walmart/Sam's Club. And park in a good spot and not have to worry too much and settle in for the night. I'll have to clean my windshield. Yep, gotta clean my windshield.
There's a lot of bugs.
A lot of bugs. So, any case, we'll do that, and then we'll get up tomorrow morning and
Do it all over again.
Yeah, I don't know what time we'll go live tomorrow morning or anything. So just watch for us to go live at some point. Make sure you're subscribed. Please make sure you're subscribed and you click on the little bell icon. And then whenever we go live, you'll be notified because I don't have a time for tomorrow.
We are changing time zones tomorrow also. Somewhere in the middle of the day, so.
A big shout out to Christopher C. Christopher C., thank you very much for the $2 tip. He tipped us $2. He says, keep with the live videos. We are trying to keep with the live videos as long as we have good internet. And we've just been having a few issues this time for some reason. But Chris, hey, I think you're the first person ever to give us a tip for doing this. So thank you for the $2. I'm not going to strip though. Okay, so we're trying again now. We got really bad data issues, and I don't know why. I don't know what's going on, but it's really upsetting me. So what I did right now is I just switched us over to a single provider instead of using speed. Right now we're using Verizon. I was using a multiple connections before, so we'll see what happens here, and hopefully this will continue to work for us. Something's changed, and I'm not exactly sure what's changed, but everything was running just fine. I never really had any issues, so I don't know what the heck's going on, and it's very upsetting to me right now, to tell you the truth. And I'm going to have to switch over. I'm going to try overnight probably to switch over to Windows mode and try their Windows version of their software versus I'm running the Linux version right now, and I think there's an issue in the Linux kernel or something with an update that recently came down, because we never had these issues before and now we do. So I don't know what's going on, but right now I should be running just off of Verizon, not using any of the power of Speedify, and I can't even verify that at this point, which is very upsetting to me, to tell you the truth. So I really hope the stream is actually going out, because I'm not even sure it is.
Fort Pillow State Historic Park. You know, you make forts out of pillows. It's an actual state park. That just kind of makes me laugh. Sorry, I'm easily amused.
So in any case, we are 17 minutes away from our destination. Hopefully we'll be in a good cell phone area and Verizon will stay running for us. I can only verify I'm on Verizon if I go to speed test and I see that it just comes up and says Verizon. Even the interface that I'm looking at doesn't tell me that I'm on, I got 5 jetpacks. So right now I only have one of them that has Verizon. So I'm pretty sure I'm good there. But I'm just hoping the connection will stay good, and then we'll be okay for the next 20 minutes or so.
Well, we're heading towards Jackson, Tennessee, and that's a decent size town/city.
So, any case, so before, and I don't know if the shout out actually went out or not, but I was giving a shout out to a Christopher C who sent us a $2 tip, and he says keep with the live videos. And right when I read that, well, of course the stream stopped. So yeah, your $2 helped us a lot. We suck. I don't know why it's failing like this. I'm not happy about it right now, but we'll see what if we can get it fixed. Because we got 2 more days of traveling to do.
Yeah.
We might get knocked offline. Somebody just, I don't know what's satellite view of the Walmart. Yeah, she always looks at the satellite view. We're offline again. It looks like now we're back again. So Rich and Sue, I don't know what you're referring to. She always looks at the satellite views, and this one looked pretty good.
Yeah, and I called ahead. They do allow overnight parking over by the far side of the Sam's Club. If you look at the satellite view, there's actually a semi in that side lot there. I think that's where we're going to try and
it got kicked off because it did run that update, it looked like, and I guess we're running again. We still seem to be streaming right now, so it must have dropped and came back. But we're 13 minutes away. Our exit, our GPS, by the way, is telling us to get off at 80A, but actually, looking at Google Maps, it's actually 80B. So
I don't know if that's maybe a new exit, and
it can't be, because why would it actually have an A on there then?
True.
It would just say 80 and not 80A.
True.
So the map, the Garmin has us getting off. I'm looking at the Google one, and the Google one shows we have to go around the loop and then go toward Walmart, and because we're getting. But if you get off at 80A, it takes us. It's a one-way road.
There's a rest area up here. You want to switch driving? You want me to navigate you in?
Yeah, let's do that. Because let's do that. Because you're better at. You're better at the
navigation.
Well, yeah, getting us into where we need to go, and looking that stuff up.
Yeah.
A lot better than I am. So let's get off at this rest stop if it's open, and we'll switch driving, and we'll let you take it from here. card.
I got it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I got it.
I know you got it, but wow, what a terrible.
Behind me that didn't move over.
I-40 East.
Wow, what a terrible, terrible, terrible rest stop exit. Oh my gosh. That was bad. Bad rest stop, people, bad rest stop. Oh boy. We're just gonna switch real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, bear with us here, people. Hopefully we're still streaming okay. We'll see. But Brenda won't be able to fix anything, so we're just gonna stay on YouTube, or excuse me, stay on the feed that we're on.
There is actually no parking spots.
Okay. Loki, stay. There is actually no parking spots here.
So I'm gonna stop right here.
And we're just going to switch spots, and I'm going to continue on.
Hey, bud. We're almost there, buddy.
What we're going to do is we'll also spin the camera around when we get to Walmart, and we'll see, so you guys can see what's going on when we get there.
Lay back down, bud. We're almost there.
So, okay, so we're getting out of here. Now, they're probably going to have just as bad as an entranceway.
Yeah.
With
That's my guess.
AKA short. Okay, nobody's coming, so that's good news.
I had the engine brake on, just so you know. It's all right.
Okay, get going here. And
Continue on
so,
I-40.
just to recap,
Oh,
we're
that
11 minutes away from where we're supposed to be going for tonight. I don't know if the internet's going to stay running or not because we've been having some software things going on. Like it just updated just now, and I don't even know if I'm guessing we're on Verizon right now. That it kept my settings correct. So cross our fingers, guys, because it seems right now that we're transmitting at least. So that's good news. And we'll see what happens. But I'm going to get off at 80B, we were saying, because that loops around to where we need to go.
And I'm going to verify that.
And the GPS is saying 80A, which is incorrect. The Garmin GPS is giving us incorrect information unless the GPS knows something we don't know.
More
Google
than
Maps.
likely, Google Maps knows better than.
Well, the good news about Google Maps is we can actually look at the freaking map.
Yeah.
So, in any case, I'll spin you guys around here, and you guys can see us come in. We got 5 miles to our exit up here, 10 minutes to our arrival, which is kind of weird in itself. 5 miles to our.
Well, because remember, love,
Yeah, babe.
that's having you turn around and go back.
That's right.
Remember?
No, that's right. Okay, so that will at least, there's all the bugs on the windshield. I'm gonna have to get my squeegee out and everything and clean that up too. So hopefully, I'll get that done later this evening after we arrive. And Brenda's just verifying the map right now, the best she can.
Yeah, it's definitely 80B.
Yeah.
It's a big loop-de-loop.
Very pondering, to say the least. So we'll pull in there, and I'll then overnight tonight, after we get settled and get situated wherever we're going to park, I'll mess around with the software and see if we can figure out what the heck's going on so we can have a better connection tomorrow.
Hopefully.
Well, yeah, I don't know why. I don't know what.
approximately 80B.
Okay. Well, this is exit 79 coming up here.
I have on Google Maps 80B is 3.4 miles and we're 6 minutes away. 3.3 miles, 4.1 miles to our final destination.
Okay. Well, it's been a long drive today. We left at 8:30 this morning,
Central Time?
Central Time. We're still in Central Time.
Yes, we are.
So we left at 8:30 this morning, and are arriving. I don't even know what time it is. 6-ish, 6:30-ish.
Right now it's 6:06.
Ah. Okay.
So, yeah.
We did really well travel day wise. We averaged, well, right now we're doing 7.6 miles to the gallon, which is awesome. Especially when
In
you
2 miles, take exit 80B for US 45 bypass north toward Humboldt.
especially when you consider we're pulling 7,000 pounds behind us. So let's see what happens up here, especially if it
Oh, look,
makes it more
construction.
fun. Construction, that's right, it makes it more fun. I
Just
say
remember
sarcastically.
it's a big loop-de-loop, love.
Yep.
Okay?
Okay, so we definitely don't want this.
Nope.
See, it thinks we're going to go that way and then that way. This does. Look at that.
Take exit 80A on the right to US 45 pipe south. Then
What are
take
you
the
looking at,
second
love?
left.
I was looking at the road, which actually does go that way.
Yeah, but that wasn't our exit. That was
know.
another road.
I know. Okay, we'll see what we get here.
Caution, potholes ahead. They need that sign everywhere.
Yes, they do.
Okay, so I'm not looking at the computer right now for messages. I'm going to help guide David in.
Especially because now it's a construction zone, so
Yeah, so
the
that'll be fun.
exits are not the same.
Well, the exit signs don't say they're closed, so
Exit 80A, bypass next right. We don't.
Take exit
Nope.
80A on the right to US
we want
45
80B.
pipe
So don't
south,
even look
then
at the
take
sign
the
that
second
says
left.
that.
80A and B
In a
open, so
quarter
that's
mile,
good.
take exit 80B for US 45 bypass north toward Humboldt.
Not taking this.
I don't even know what exit that is. It's not labeled. This is
Take
80B.
exit 80B.
Wow, that sign's way over there.
That's a fast 20. Wow, they want you to go from 70 miles an hour to 25 to take the ramp.
Yeah.
Wow, that's bad. Sometimes you wonder about the engineering of some of these byways and highways and
Yep.
what have you.
Okay, and you're going to want to stay in the right-hand lane.
Merge onto US 45 bypass north, then use the right lane to take the Van Drive exit.
Of course, we got.
Take the exit on the right.
Of course, we
to
hit it
Van
right
Drive,
when its
then
signal
take
light
the
changed
first
color.
right.
If nobody wants to be behind an RV, by the way, so everybody speeds up and everything. Okay, love, what do we got?
We're going to be getting off here at Van Drive.
Okay. I'm gonna.
See, the Walmart's right over here. Right here. There's a Sam's Club, too.
There's a
And there's a couple semis over
Use the
there.
right lane to take
RV
the Van
there.
Drive exit.
there's an RV there.
Yeah.
Turn right at the traffic light. In 800 feet, use the second from the right lane to turn right onto Van Drive.
Second from the right lane. Yes.
Use the second from the right lane to turn right onto Van Drive.
I don't know why it would want to do that, because we got to be in this side, right?
Yeah, we got to turn right into Walmart.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll see what happens when we get there.
From what I saw, it looked like on the other side of Sam's Club would work unless you want to park by that other RV.
Well, no, I want to be away from everything.
Okay,
so
so
the
that
Sam's
would be
Club.
the other side of Sam's Club.
Yep.
In 800 feet, turn right. In 1/2 mile, turn right on Emporium Drive.
Emporium Drive.
Yeah, so here's,
So am I going in here?
yes.
Okay.
Take the next right, then you'll arrive at your destination.
Oh, look, barriers.
No trucks.
Well,
In 1/4
Well, our antenna
turn
didn't
right
hit.
on
What am I doing
Emporium
left?
Drive.
You're
Straight?
going straight. Sam's Club is on the other side.
thank you, baby.
Just watch for people.
Turn right on Emporium
they won't
Drive,
watch for
then
you.
Take the first right.
Okay, you can stop talking, Miss GPS.
You've arrived.
You've arrived, dear.
There's a lot more cars here than I thought there would be.
I know. That's why I said when I went shopping the other day,
I mean, seriously.
you'd never know anything was going on.
You would not think people are taking this serious.
And they're
Look-
not.
I mean, look at the number of cars here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I'm going straight. On the other side of Sam's Club, there were 2 semis and like a box truck or something.
Yeah, this makes no sense. So am I where that white car went, love? Or am I over here?
No, it's over next to the building here. And before you stop, it's an RV. Before you stop, I want you to look at it and see how you want to do it.
Hey, I want to do it.
How you want to do it, dear?
Well, looks like I'm gonna go.
You can come around and face out the other way, it looks like. See where that semi's leaving right there?
Dude.
See where that semi's
should
leaving?
I go out and come back this way, or?
Well, it's up to you unless you want to face that way and then we can leave where that semi is in the morning.
Okay, let's do that.
But when I called, this is where they told us to park.
Okay.
On the other side of Sam's Club. So I'm not sure where you want to go. Do you want to go over here?
Behind this other semi?
That's my thought.
Yeah, why don't we do that? Can you go move that shopping cart?
Yes.
You're gonna have to step down.
Yes, I know.
Loki, Zitz,
No.
good boy. So Brenda's going out to move a shopping cart, so I can get into a position over here along the side of the building. On a positive note, when you have a trailer like we do now, which we never had before, just when coming out here, we can back up. So that's nice. So even if I don't line up perfectly the first time, I can fix that by backing up. Which I'm going to freak find out right now. She's going to wonder what I'm doing because I went past the area. Problem is that I don't see where I just lost her. Oh, there she is.
You can come over more. You're like,
Hey, lover, are you telling me you want me next to the building more?
it's up to you. I mean, over more. I thought you were trying to get close.
No, I was just trying to straighten it up. Okay, well, for some reason Brenda seems to think I need to move over closer to the building, which I don't, but I'm going to do it anyways, because then it'll just be easier. I don't usually back these things up, so when you're backing up a 45-foot motor coach, you just got to be a little cautious, obviously. Looking behind you, I'm 70 feet long at this point, so there we go. That's where she says she wants me. So, okay, that's where I'm going to go. Perfect. Perfect. Perfect, right, Loki? Right. Hopefully we're still broadcasting. Loki, look out for me.
Look at you backing up.
And of course, doesn't that semi leave the one over there?
I know. You want to go over there?
No, I do not. I like where we are.
Okay.
It doesn't say no parking or anything like that. There's no fire hydrants. There's nothing weird. I like where we are. So I'll spin the camera back around here and
I was trying to climb in around the dog. All right, buddy.
look. Stop.
Come on.
Back up.
Zits.
So I'll just spin the camera back around here so we say our goodbyes, and it looks like we've been transmitting this whole time, so that's good news. And then we'll get situated for the night, and I'll try to figure out what's going wrong with the software, if anything.
And I'll make dinner.
And Brenda will make dinner. So, there we are. In any case, it's been an interesting day, that's for sure. We just a reminder that we do have the front camera view is online 24 hours a day, 7 days of the week, as long as we have data that transmits live and without audio. And below that is a GPS tracker, and that's at outsidourbubble.com. Outsidourbubble.com. And so you can just check on us whenever you want, and sometime we'll be leaving tomorrow morning early. Loki usually gets us up around 6 or so, and we're probably going to just leave after that and head on out, because there's no reason to just sitting here at a Walmart all morning, and we might as well get as many hours as we can, and then we're just closer to Byron and have a shorter day on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So in any case, I guess that'll be it. So we'll sign off, and hopefully this all went well, and yeah.
Everybody's just saying good night. Nothing else going
Nothing
on.
else going good?
Nope.
Okay, great. Anyway, I'm David.
I'm Brenda.
Hey, Loki. Zits. Zits.
Come on.
No, zits. And there's Loki.
Good boy.
Good boy.
Good boy.
We're from OutsideOurBubble.com. Check on us, OutsideOurBubble.com. Thank you if you're a subscriber. Thank you for subscribing. If you're not a subscriber, please click subscribe. We appreciate each and every one of you. Each and every one of you. If you hit the little bell icon, you'll be alerted whenever we go live or post a new video. Take care, keep safe. We'll see you on the road. And then remember, 6 feet, 6 feet, 6 feet. See ya.
Stay away.
Bye. Stay away. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Stay away.